Whoops, I misclicked. Hello, everyone, and happy Saturday. You ever just accidentally click going live? Uh, That's the second week in a row I think I've done that now.
I thought that was strategic timing.
It was not, and unfortunately it was not. That's why I said, and we're live. Hello, everybody, and happy Saturday. We are Hard Knock Dice. I am Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these people around me are our heroes and my best friends. Say hi, heroes and best friends.
We are definitely.
Hi, heroes.
Hi, heroes and best ladies.
All right, that's what? Oh yeah, mercenaries. There we go. Less than heroes. Okay. Any announcements or anything before we hop right in?
Nope.
Fun stuff, great stuff. No?
Yeah, Jonesy said we started off at level 15 today, so
Oh,
y'all look
shit.
forward to that.
Wrong.
Oh, hell yeah.
He said level 16.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My bad.
Let me take 5, level up a couple times real quick.
All right, well, it was going to be a chill session, but let's go ahead and bring these dice over here.
Let's fly. If we're level 16, let's fly back and tell that dragon what's up.
Yeah,
we
let's
got
go.
some loot to get.
Back we go.
Word?
We want everything in here.
Word? All right.
We want to have it all.
Well, if no one has any sort of adventures, listen to me. If nobody has any, I want to make sure we don't have any echo issues like we did last week, and we shouldn't, because I think that was an issue with one of the cameras. However, no one has any sort of announcements or anything, then we will hop into our recap. Where our heroes have been so far. After hunting down the source of a plague that was affecting Milo, Gandalin, and their friend Norgog, they decided to track down the source of this plague after a terrible adventure through some sort of demi-plane. Did you say hold on, Gandalin? Something. Oh, I thought you said hold on. I was like, uh-oh. After trekking through this horrible demi-plane, making their way through, slaying beasts, and finally getting to the source of this and killing the source, which seems to be a group called the Children of Winter, dispatching of them and making at least meeting someone new, Barathas. After talking to Barathas and giving some foreboding news of the future, seeing a giant rift in the sky with some awful tendrils pouring from it, seemingly from the plane of Zoriat, our heroes were then put on a timeline, it seems. 1 year from to date, the portal will open back up into this demi-plane, and they need to see if Barathas has been successful. However, that's a year from now, and they have a lot to do in the meantime. Gathering on their new airship, taking off and grabbing one of their charges, Lydia, a girl who Crowley has sworn an oath to, and they are now in transit to New Kyrie. They had also just dropped off their friend Norgog, who needed to get to Sharn in a quick manner, knowing that he was on a timeline. And at the night where you drop Norgog off, and he is just now hopping overboard, inspired by Gandolin's acrobatics, he too wanted to be awesome, jumped off the side of this ship, hit in a 3-point landing, but not until Gorham gave him a set of dragon scale armor. Norgog lands on the ground, and you start to rise up and take off into the night. That is where we left off, though.
Oh my.
We were leaving off just as we were taking flight from seeing Norgog off.
Yep. You guys haven't quite made it off the ground yet, but Norgog just flipped off of the upper deck, lands on the ground, sort of turns around, gives you a half salute, starts walking towards some lights in the distance that you guys would know is the city of Marketplace.
I'm gonna, Gorham's gonna, wave at him. We can trade these back when I see you in Sharn.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll see you guys there. Safe travels.
Yeah, you too, Nogog.
Oh,
Waving, sort of
bunch of idiots waving.
taking off. The ship lit up in this area very well. You guys did have to park a couple of miles away from Marketplace, sort of a little hill obscuring the ship itself with a high stealth roll from Crowley. But you guys sort of wave Norgog off, and he takes off into the night towards Marketplace, starting to lift off, going a bit high, I assume, to sort of miss any sort of traffic that you may come into. However, it is nighttime and easier to see other airships to avoid. So, if there's anything, unless there's anything you guys would like to do for the night, we'll just take off with you guys sleeping and waking up in the morning.
Was this the same day?
This is
that
the
we were on?
same night.
All right, so just since I had that 19 portent rolled,
Mhm.
I want to go ahead and use that for my little engineering check to put this whole faulty armor bullshit behind me.
Okay.
I think I was down to just the boots, so if I
Oh,
could use
you're
that to-
taking your own armor off. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Without issue, Milo, later that night, you finally just tired of the shit, and with some newfound inspirations and motivations, you go sit in your room, take your boots off without issue.
Finally.
Quick question. So, do we fly throughout the night, or we like park in the air?
That's going to be up to you guys. This thing, there's not an autopilot, so if you do make distance, you certainly can throughout the night. However, typically you would anchor while everyone is sleeping, or someone would, if you wanted to keep moving, someone else could be up there. Different person, different checks, just so everyone's aware. However, you can take it up high and just sort of levitate. That's the word I'm looking for. But a decision to that is a decision to make fairly soon, because it is nighttime. It is getting fairly late for you all, and if you want an early start and beat on the sun, then we'll be closing out the night fairly soon. So a decision for the party for sure.
Just gonna kind of look over to Bill and be like, "I'm going to miss him. Hopefully, we'll see him again, though."
Yeah, I guess he was okay.
What the fuck?
Huh?
Look, did one of you do that? Pointing
in,
at people that I know can
Fine.
do magic, like.
in either case, whether we're
Speaking?
stationary or mobile, I'll have the kestrel in the crow's nest.
Does this have
Okay.
a crow's nest?
This does not have a crow's
I'm about to
nest.
say, I was like, I don't
Oh, okay. I didn't know if y'all were joking earlier when y'all were talking about it. Is there some high point for it to perch?
There is, but it's
We are
currently
the
on
high point.
fire.
Ah.
The highest point on the boat is on fire, very much like your picture in the background. There is an elemental ring around this. But however, the next highest point would be sort of where this mock wheel is, that Crowley is a sort of attuned to earlier. That would probably be the next highest vantage point.
Well, I guess in that case, if we're stationary, I'll have it chill somewhere central,
Okay.
and then while we're mobile, we'll have it right there on the prow.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just gives a little extra vision.
Again, was you asked, did someone do that?
Would one of you do this?
Do what?
I'm
They
still
do-
looking around.
It is Bill. He can talk. It's all right.
He can talk now.
Shit.
Bill can always talk.
Talk
I helped give him a voice.
He
It's
did
not a
not
big
talk
deal.
before now. This is
No.
new.
He just didn't talk to you. It's all right.
Oh, well, so, okay. Dick.
That's a thing. Right? That's cool.
Well, I mean, he could not use his voice to talk. I just helped him get the voice. I mean, he always talked though.
I mean, he did his, like, honking.
Why
Do
are
you
you
still
talking
honk,
about me
Bill?
like I'm not right here? I am standing
Bill, do you
right here.
still honk?
Can you honk?
I mean, I can, but that was not my original, like, natural mode of communication.
You could have fooled me.
Oh, shit.
I like talking, Bill.
Well,
Fair enough. Very well. Bill,
Yeah,
are you going to out to drink Melgrim again?
we are drinking.
I think we have to retrieve our stores, but after that, sure. They are on the other boat, if you recall.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to find it first. But then, much drinking to be had.
oh, yes. Yes. Much
Bill, do
drinking.
you know any good stories or songs for drinking? That is.
No, I don't. I do not sing. I drink.
We'll have to remedy that. Everybody must sing when they drink. It's fun.
If you sing, that's less drinking time. This doesn't make sense.
It is in between. You drink some, you sing some, and just keep going. Alternate.
This is not efficient.
No, but it is fun.
He's right, you know. It's not efficient.
It's not efficient, but it is fun.
And no one stays perfectly efficient after you get enough alcohol in you.
Exactly.
So let's get I mean, we won. We saved the day. Let's go get inefficient.
Do we have things to
How much?
to drink?
How much?
Let's
Gosh,
get
all-
inefficient.
All of our
Koshik
booze are on
has
the
some,
boat.
No, Koshik, we got a whole crate of wine bottles in Koshik's bag of holding. Let's make that less of a whole crate of wine.
I forgot about that.
That sounds good.
I
I'm just
I've-
gonna kind of
certainly use the thing.
slide the bag over to them and let them.
I toss everybody a bottle.
How does that if you said just reach a hand in wine?
I do want to say, make sure that you don't grab the cask of healing wine. We should probably save that for when it's necessary.
Yeah,
Regular
It heals
wine.
itself.
I did not drink and drive.
Or you're not going to sleep?
I'm going to get us a little further out.
Okay.
Is anybody gonna get Milo? Because I have no idea that you guys are drinking.
Oh,
I mean,
It's Milo.
there's table downstairs. We go drink at table.
Right.
Okay.
Or just pick up the whole bag of holding and haul it down there. Swig. Plop.
Bill, although having some trouble getting down the stairs and whatnot, does eventually make his way down with you guys into sort of the living quarters area, at the far end of which, and near the front of the airship, there is a little living space with a dining room table where you guys can sit around and hang out for the night. You
I
guys
would actually.
go ahead.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just going to say that you guys have not eaten today. It has been a little bit of time. Any rations that are still left would probably be running out soon.
I was just about to say I'd actually like to cast create food.
Awesome. Okay. Without an issue, creating some food, just sort of making a spread on the table, I assume. The max amount for everybody here. Yeah. Okay. So Koshik, through use of her cleric magics, creates a nice meal for you guys.
And if
Yeah.
there are
Oh, the-
any like empty spare barrels around the ship or any like kind of containers that could hold water, I'll have water into those. If not, it's fine, I guess, because we've all got our water skins or whatever full. I think from when Norgog cast water. If we haven't drank any from yesterday, if not, I can fill those too.
Okay. Koshik, just you have a lot of white noise in the background. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. It's interesting. Okay, but yeah, without issue, you someone has redeemed a wild magic surge, so I must oblige.
Oh God. Not the food.
As Koshik sort of creates the food around you guys, you see small candles and sort of sconces on the walls sort of leaning your way. Previous not lit, but all of them at once go and just sort of glow with this slow undulating light and maintain that light actually.
I'm just gonna look at the wine for a second. Like, is this special wine? I look over it. Like, is this like that wine you had that made you see the fairies?
I don't
We're
know.
about
I
to see
just
fairies.
got it out of the box, but I like it already.
Swig.
After
We should have
If-
looked at the label. Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, it's fine. I was just saying if there is a actually like cooked meal out now, no one would need to come get Milo. After 4 or 5 minutes, he'll come out nose first.
Bunch of just raw pieces of chicken sitting on the fucking table.
I will hand Milo a bottle of wine.
It's rare, okay? It's
I'll
rare.
get some
Jake.
food in me first, but thank you, Artyom.
It's better when you have both at the same time, though. It's
Fair
like a
enough.
race to see which sates you first.
He's wearing regular shoes for the first time.
Holy shit!
Milo walks in with the.
He got his armor all the way off.
Got your armor
Yeah!
off.
More
Congrats,
reason
Milo.
to drink.
This is probably the first time the group has not heard Milo walk up to them.
Clang, 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 clang.
Just
Is he
quick
walking weird because he's not used to his feet being so light?
He's doing like high knees on
Like
accident.
whenever you like put the little booties on a dog or whatever, and the dog's like,
Yes, exactly.
Hey Jones, what is Lydia doing while this is going on?
I assumed either Kaushik or Crowley is sort of leading her around, and currently she's just sort of taken up a seat at the end of the table. Next, Kaushik and Crowley's just sort of slowly reaching forward for the food, and then just bringing whatever she grabs closer to her.
I'm gonna scoot in next to Kaushik.
Interesting. Well, so this is nice.
It's
It'd be good not to.
Play.
An actual table.
It's good not to be worried about our lives for the first time in actually quite a bit.
I mean, not worried, maybe a strong
Wait.
word, but
I
Comparatively speaking.
I wholeheartedly disagree. This is kind of the worst it's ever been. Like, this is the end of the world type kind of stuff. I mean, not like elemental ghosts attacking people and stuff like that while they sleep. Like, yeah, this is terrible. It's a year away, so hey, drink tonight. We won the day, but
it is.
yeah, I feel like if you are feeling good right now, this is probably you don't understand the gravity of the situation.
Speaking of,
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was just say, speaking of, you got closer to that portal. Anything new?
What? Me?
Yes.
It's horrible. I saw weird things in my eyes and had crazy visions, and yeah, it's pretty horrible. Hopefully, we can get that tentacle thing out of the bag of holding and to someone who knows more about this kind of stuff.
Indeed.
Oh,
In-
Milo, how does a bag of holding work? Could we all be having like a tentacle tainted wine right now?
Does Milo know?
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Set that down on the table. Like,
Nat 20.
hey, there we go.
You know,
I never get them for like important things, but okay.
This seems pretty important, dog.
you're fairly certain that you guys are okay, that everything is sort of kept in this pocket dimension of its own sort, so you think you're fairly safe.
It should be like pretty separated. I don't think they're going to have any opportunity to cross contaminate.
Great. I'll just keep drinking.
Good.
Okay, picked bottle back up.
So do we all have like individual bottles, or do we have actual cups and tableware, or what's up?
I have a bottle.
No one, I mean, currently no one has sought out any sort of plateware or anything, so this smorgasbord that Kaushik has created is just sort of across the table, and you guys each have bottles in your hands.
Do we need to get a bowl for Bill? Bill, is it easy for you to drink out the bottle, or?
You see Bill just sort of sink his teeth into a vegetable of some sort, just sort of pull it back.
I meant for the
the
wine.
wine.
Yes.
No,
Like,
no,
is
I
it
just
easier
use
for drinking?
I
You
just
use
use my
bottle?
teeth.
Okay.
It's fine.
Wonderful. Okay.
You
I just
see
wanted to
him.
be sure.
I mean, his mouth sort of encompasses the neck of the bottle, and he just sort of tosses it back.
I don't understand why you guys are treating Bill so weird. Like,
I have
mean,
not
he's been-
ever spoken to Bill before, and he drank out the bowl last time. So I thought I would ask.
because we had kegs. He can't really put the whole keg. Have you seen him drink out of a bottle before? Come on.
Am I?
Milo
You
looks over
expect
at Bill because he wasn't here earlier, and he's just gonna be like,
Huh.
Very odd.
Huh.
I'm going to Sorry. I'm gonna make sure Lydia's all set with her food and stuff, and I am going to state to the group at large as a whole, why haven't we addressed yet Marlo's miraculous recovery? Marlo, how exactly did you come back from that? What happened?
I woke up and I was all better, and I went looking for you. I can fly, so I can see like a long way.
Right. You just woke
How-
up.
How did you
Yeah.
know how to find us?
Like,
I flew up. I saw you.
we are in the
We
cave.
were underground, kind of. We were inside the plateau.
Lucky guess, I guess.
Insight check.
Or and the horses were outside.
The horses were with him.
What horses?
To be fair, I didn't actually know how to get to you guys. I literally did have to hunt around, so that part's true.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll roll it anyway. It's a 21. So,
I mean,
very well.
a 16 on my deception check for the first part, I guess.
Interesting.
At most,
Anyway, a toast. Cheers to having a breather. It's good to see you guys again, and I'm glad we're all alive.
Gandalf, at most,
Ah, yes.
it seems that Milo doesn't seem to understand much about what happened. So
Okay, that's fair.
as he's sort of explaining it to you, it's almost as if someone that just doesn't have any idea what they're talking about is trying to explain to you and themselves simultaneously.
I mean, that makes sense because he was in a coma. So I'm like, that tracks.
I'm pretty sure
Fair
with Gandalf's 8 intelligence, he's used to thinking smart people don't know what they're talking about.
And
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it is good to be alive and raise my bottle of wine because you can kind of.
Yes.
The world
No.
can end tomorrow, but we're alive today.
Indeed.
That'll
Wonderful
pro-
toast.
Yeah, I'll get up and clink bottles with Gorum and be like, you know what it probably was when Gorum smited the hell out of that thing. And the big old flash of white light. It probably lost concentration on the spell, and Milo's like, oh, I'm fine. Let's go. Let's go kick some ass.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
that,
ancestors guide and protect.
that would make sense.
And kick ass, yes.
You know what's up.
Milo knows full well that doesn't make sense, but that's not the point.
That makes sense to me. Good enough.
And Gondolin, how are you recovering? How are you?
Good question. How are my feet?
You take off your feet and some
What?
of
You take
Just like yoink off the boot, whole foot comes off, just like.
You just got one
That
bone
answers
sticking
that
out
question.
like an Among Us character.
You know what? I said what I said. No. Gandalf, make a strength check.
You're pulling off his
Uh,
foot.
Let me help you with your shoes.
7.
lad.
All right, you don't pull off your whole foot. You pull off your shoe and
Okay.
you look at your feet. There's still some signs of swelling, it seems, but it has subsided, and you've kind of think back, it's like, oh, I haven't been wincing every time I take a step. It seems to be getting somewhat better.
It is less bad. So, that is good sign, hopefully. Norgog wasn't still like wiping at his eyes and stuff by the time we like left him, right?
No. By the time you guys had dropped him off, I mean, there was still, again, some residual effects there, but he was still seems to be okay. And with the perception roll that Kaushik rolled last session, I would, Kaushik, by this point, there's still some clearing of throats and cough every now and again, but it seems that for the most part, their cough has subsided.
Mine too. Hey.
Artyom, you come back to take a seat, and Bill gets fairly close to your ear as if to keep a secret and says, "Is the world ending?"
Oh, I will mentally tell him there's like a big rift in this pocket dimension that opens to our place once a year, going to the plane of Zoriat or Soriat. I think they're pronouncing it wrong, but it's yeah, like maybe we'll see in a year. It'll be okay or extremely bad.
Shit.
But yeah, basically, it's fucking terrible news.
Well, and he grabs his bottle once more and throws it back, finishing off that bottle of wine.
I will clink mine with his empty.
Wonderful.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, Bill, we do have to ration. I mean, I'll say this loudly. We do have to ration it, so maybe I'll let you have a little bit more in mind. But until we get back to the boat, we can't drink all of our booze in one night.
I sold plenty of gold. You should be able to buy a lot of booze.
Well, that's true, but we have to find a place where we can actually go and buy booze, though. No, probably don't want to go to the marketplace.
Yeah.
Not in an airship.
We are technically not supposed to have this boat. So, you have to be very careful.
Yes, we got this boat from Dragon, and the Dragon probably killed people and took it. I mean, I doubt people give the Dragons airship. I don't know. We really should have asked.
I don't think there's technically about it, Gandalf, we aren't supposed to have this boat.
She did say, she also brought up, we are probably not supposed to have this boat. So, regardless of whether she killed people for it or not, the whatever house it is that governs the flying ships, they probably will not like us having it.
Point of clarification, RTM says dragon, and I don't believe any of you had any sort of indication other than some dragon skulls on the wall.
Did she not turn in front of us?
She did not. She turned in front of
Oh.
RTM very specifically.
I don't know, the lady with, what dragon?
That lady with the well, you get all this stuff. She was a dragon. She was a green dragon.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah, she was a dragon.
She looked like a lady.
Well, they transformed. I mean, I look like a person, but I can sometimes be a dinosaur.
That is very different from dragon.
Yes. Why wouldn't a dragon try and kill us as soon as it's free?
Also a very good question.
I don't know. Maybe it was a good dragon. I've always heard nothing but bad things about dragons, and
Yes.
Same.
they're well, kind of pretty terrible. But I mean, as far as dumb things go, I do have to say that probably following a dragon to a mouth of the plane of like madness and crazy things was probably maybe the tippity top in
Yeah.
retrospect.
Great.
I guess bad guys need allies too, so.
It would explain the kobold, though.
Yes, this is true.
It
And
makes way more sense.
I don't know, maybe they were just okay, well, you give me a solid, I'll do you a solid. But I think also we should maybe if we go back there next year, definitely make people aware that there's a dragon, because she might not be so nice to people who didn't save her life.
Very,
Just keep that sword handy, Gandalf.
of course. Yeah, very, very much a situation of enemies. Tentative ally.
Tentative indeed.
Yes. Especially when they can eat you. Very whole.
So, for the whole we're not supposed to have this boat thing,
Yes.
you know that boat turned invisible, right? The other one?
Yes.
I've been
Yeah.
thinking if we ever get the time, I could see if I could figure out how that's done and maybe apply it to this boat, this sky ship.
That would be
Okay.
neat.
I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start. I have to look first and kind of see what I'm working with, but it's an idea.
Absolutely.
We would be able to have bird stew every night.
We are very much on a timetable, unfortunately, so we'll have to see where that falls.
Right. Well, I don't even know when we're going to be back to that boat and have time to work on it, but I just wanted to put that out there.
I mean, when we pick up Erish, we will be able to ask him where he has left it. The place that just to clarify, the place he said he was meeting us is landlocked, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Because he will have to have left it before meeting us.
Well, we can
So-
fly, so we can.
Yes, it is not exactly too much of a hassle for us to find it.
I mean, Arto's just gonna kind of look over and lock eyes, or not really lock eyes, but look over and just kind of notice that Lydia's just been sitting there the whole time. So, Lydia, right? Yeah.
She just sort of shakes it. Yes.
I am Artam. You're part of the crew now, so don't repeat any of this stuff. These are our crew secrets.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Hey, that's pretty good though. At least I think I have a +1. Yeah, 16.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Have you You've never been on an airship, right?
I have not.
What's one thing that you've always wanted to do?
Looks a little bit confused at the question. I don't know. Perhaps. I don't know. Sort of shies away from the question.
Okay. Well, think about it. Maybe we can help you have a great time while you're on the boat. Bill's a dinosaur. I don't know if you've ever talked to a dinosaur before.
She gives a sort of furrows her eyebrows as if she's thinking about it. From what I have heard, dinosaurs do not talk.
Yeah, well, Bill can talk.
Holy shit, is she from Karnath secretly?
No.
Okay. Making sure.
Crowley's not at the table, is he?
That's a good question, Crowley. I
Nope.
would assume that this dinner would be had after you guys had parked for the night, if that's what you guys were doing, unless you plan on sailing throughout the night. This meal I assumed would have had everybody there and would have been had after you guys had been a ways away from Marketplace, just sort of drifting.
As they said they were going to get alcohol, I said I was going to pilot for a few more hours, so 2 more hours.
Yep. I mean, again, that's easy enough. You guys, it's probably about 7 or 8 p.m. when you guys leave from Marketplace, and then just sort of exploring the boat and you sort of perusing the rooms and claiming them and getting it set up how you guys want to. Crowley, I would say by the time they gotten all that done and finally sat down at the table to sort of drink and get some rest in and stuff like that, then
Yeah. I
then
mean, let's
you
just
would-
say Crowley comes in late. That's all.
Okay.
That's fine.
all right.
Door opens. Magnificence. Performance. Nat 20, of course.
Ah! Glad you could join us, Crowley.
The ship has been halted. We are safe for the night, as far as I can tell. And he's gonna peruse the dinner plates and see what's for dinner. I guess notice this wild surge of magic? Question mark, Jones.
Well, no, because you were up
Okay, that's
up
fair.
top, but you do see sort of as you're passing by all of the rooms these sconces just with a magical candlelight on top.
Okay. I trust you have all had an interesting conversation while I've been away. He's gonna go seat himself next to Lydia, make sure she's been eating, etc.
Kaushik has gotten Lydia set up with some food in front of her. She's just sort of nibbling on some grapes at this point.
How is the food, little one?
It was quite good.
Is there anything you'd like? Perhaps some cake?
Is
Hey,
there...
it's a feast spell. Let's go. Where's the cake at, Jones? Don't hold out on me. Where's the ice
Oh,
cream
there's
cake?
cake.
Okay.
There's cake.
All right.
Anything for you, Lydia.
Oh, God.
This girl's nibbling on cake. She's nervous. Obviously, she needs some cake. Trust me. I know these
There's
things.
cake on the table. Currently, she does not have any, and she said, "Yes, please."
If you please, a slice. Further, I imagine it's like at the center of the table and I'm like all the way at the back.
I'm gonna take a slice of cake out and then put it on the plate and take the rest of the cake and take it over to Lydia.
I imagine Koshik just like she cuts a slice and then brings up the rest of the cake and puts it
Yep,
over to
that's
Lydia.
exactly what I'm doing.
Do not eat too much. We won't want you to be sick on your journey home.
Oh, all right. Sort of slows down a little bit.
Long
how
bag.
how long until we get home?
Well, we must make a small pit stop, and I believe we did the math for this last week.
We already made our. I think we already
Yeah.
made our pit stop.
Yeah.
We're now going from market to New Kyrie.
It'll be about 2 days.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Good.
2 days ish.
All right. So 2 days. Not a long voyage.
Okay.
Very impressive. This boat saves lots of time.
It's very nice.
And that is why I rushed to grab it,
Well
despite
crafted.
the hazards.
Like
Let's
Indeed.
have some music if we're going to be making a night of it.
You said there's candlesticks, right?
Correct.
All right, I can touch mundane, non-magical objects and have them emit a non-verbal sound of my choice. I will touch 3 candlesticks for a cello, violin, and piano to get some good
Wow.
music going.
Huh.
And I will turn up our music in the background as you do.
What's the performance on these things? Can I tell?
Roll an Arcana check, Milo.
It's
Ah,
like
hell
Cotton
yeah.
Eye Joe.
Fuck yeah. 18.
It's pretty good.
Devil came down
12
to
plus
Georgia.
6.
You could do better, Crowley,
looking
but it's
for a
pretty
soul
good.
to steal.
Alex like, not too bad for an amateur.
He's got his napkin. He's like, oh, I didn't know you studied at least at the basic level, Milo.
I don't. Just lucky, I guess.
Magic is insane. This is fantastic.
Yeah, this food is good. Thanks, Kaushik.
This food won't disappear or anything later, right? Just
Immediate concern looks over.
yeah, I'm like, it just came out of nowhere. Will it
You got
like
24 hours.
vanish? It will not vanish after eating.
It will spoil after 24 hours.
Okay.
That's it.
Fair enough.
we already used it by that point.
This is breakfast, lunch,
Really
and
constipated dog.
Anyways,
Putting this first bottle down as soon as I
Oh.
get some food in me.
What time did you say it was, Jones?
at this point, after you've gotten parked, driven for a couple of hours, this is getting to about 10 or 11 p.m.
I think it is your bedtime, Lydia.
I am quite tired. She
But
just sort of
I-
waits for a second.
I will
But-
take her to the washroom and get her cleaned up from dinner, just like wipe her face down, wash her hands, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Carl, yeah, Kushik will take care of you.
And then, yeah, get her tucked in.
Okay. Kaushik, she follows along. You would know just from sort of exploring the rooms that there are wash basins in each one. After using some create water or just from water from elsewhere, you can sort of halfway fill it up and help her get ready for bed. Easy enough.
As she was leaving, I'd like to call out to Lydia. Lydia, think about what your favorite animal is, and yeah, just let me know tomorrow.
After Lydia leaves, Crowley's going to kind of look up and says, I do not know if New Kyrie has post. I have some letters I need to send out almost immediately.
No idea.
Perhaps some of these can help us.
You would
I
know
don't
that New Kyrie has post, Crowley. Your time
It's like
your
a-
time spent there, you know they have posts. There's much of a, while it still has, some semblance of a temporary sort of tent town in places. Other I'm having difficulty thinking of the word, whether it would be
I bet
Kyrian
it's-
or Syrian or whatever the case would
Kyrie.
be.
I think it's Chiron.
Chiron, there you go.
Chiron.
But other Chiron tenants have sort of built up their homes in very much a Kyrie fashion, and they've just sort of claimed this place. So, but they do have established roads going there, and there is a lightning rail not too far off of New Kyrie. So while it's not the fastest, post isn't the fastest getting there, they do have post. You would know this easily.
Okay, excellent. Anyway, I'm going to send some letters out that will perhaps hopefully help us in dealing with this airship situation. We shall see.
That will be wonderful.
That would be.
If you need to get them out sooner, I can probably get them back to Marketplace pretty easy.
Well, my letter is going to Sharn. That might be beneficial. I will let you know. Thank you, Artyom. But for now, he's gonna just, remove his napkin, put it on the table. I bid you all good night.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna kind of vaguely watch Crowley as he leaves, just for
Crowley.
just kind of thinking.
Not gonna stay and celebrate with us?
I think Bill will take my place. It is good.
All right, Bill, put our mask on.
Yeah, Bill, you must become much more morose.
Crowley will look disappointed.
Crowley.
Crowley will look disappointed.
Milo will look disappointed after talking to Crowley.
He said magic.
There
Crowley,
is
you're
a smile
disappointed.
on my face. Large.
Sorry, I was thinking about talking to Crowley. Yeah, Milo will look disappointed upon hearing what Crowley says, and as he leaves.
That's pretty normal for Crowley. If we're being honest.
I know. But
Crowley.
still.
Still disappointed.
While I'm getting Lydia all tucked in, I'm gonna like push her little blanket up and get her all tucked in. Like I'm gonna brush her little hair out of her face. I'm just gonna like lean into her and be like, I know that they can be a lot, but you can trust them and you don't have to be afraid. We all care about you and we just want to get you home safe, okay?
Thank you, and I appreciate it, but you are still very new. Kaushik, I have taken to you because you have helped me, and thank you again. I'm just ready for home.
I understand. And if you need anything, be in this very first room by the stairs, okay?
Okay.
She's just gonna have to feel her way through the doorways, I guess. Sorry, I forgot she couldn't see anything. And so I'm gonna walk out of her room. Crowley, have you made it to your room yet?
I'm probably in the hallway at this point. Just, making my way downtown.
Okay, I'm gonna follow behind Crowley on his way to his room. And can I talk to you for a minute, Crowley?
Swivel. Certainly. How can I help you?
And then like motion towards his room so we can go behind a closed door for me to talk to him so people can't really hear.
Yeah, Crowley will open the door to the captain's cabin and, let her in.
Okay.
Okay, we're in. I don't know if I'm remembering incorrectly, but I thought that Lydia said that her parents sent her to live with her uncle because they were leaving Kyrie. What if we can't find them? What do we...
I will do my best in the to gather information about whether they have left or not. Hopefully they have not left. We will see. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's easier if you know certain people, and I'm hoping I can find them relatively easily.
All right. I just wanted to bring that up. I wasn't sure. Thank you, Crowley. And then I'm going to turn around and walk out back into the hype.
Okay.
Good night, Kaushik. Close.
Good night.
Lock. I want to check this room. There, she just, the dragon lady. She took this whole thing. There's no reason to think that she emptied it all out or anything. She just kept all the treasure and hoping documents or whatever. So I want to look this room over.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
So I rolled an 18. So 23.
23. After sort of scouring the room a little bit, finding a small desk in the corner, actually, a wardrobe in the other corner. It looks like a lot of the clothes are gone from this area, or from the wardrobe itself. However, in the desk, you do find some a maps, and then you also find a globe of Eberron. You also find, and it's sort of bolted to the desk, but you also find some paperwork. This looks like that it sort of explained the vessel and have sort of the title and or deed to this vessel. It looks like, which is called the Amethyst Star. As you sort of go through this and read this document, it looks like it was some sort of like a cruise liner for upper class guests from destination to destination, taking them to, tropical and exotic locations from time to time. You see this boat just shortly seems to have a main base out of Sharn itself.
Does it say who it's registered to, or like, if there's any group it's registered to?
There's no group that it is registered to. You do see a captain's name on it, and give me a second while I pull up. One moment, please.
One moment.
One moment,
Yes.
please.
Yes, sire. Very good, sire.
You find a Captain Vincent Wintink.
Is that Vincent Winting?
Wintink with a K at the end. Wentink.
Correction, the late Captain Vincent Minting.
I mean, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm going to find out. I say to no one in particular. I guess Richard was asking a question. There we go. All right, that's interesting. Very good. So I've got the name, got the captain.
Correct. You have some ports as well. As you're sort of exploring this room and looking around, sort of propped on the other side of the wardrobe itself, as if just sort of stood up in that corner and pretty easily to look over, you see a fairly well-crafted lute in the corner as well.
A lute, you say?
Yes.
I'll run a hand across the lute, and let me just double check something real quick. I'll I'll see how well it plays. If it's still,
take it a second.
I'll give it a play. God
Yeah.
damn it, I'll play it.
Okay. You sort of sit down and quietly play a little bit of music. You have to tune it a little bit, but other than that, it
27
sounds nice.
performance.
It is a beautiful sonata without issue.
Mwah. Ciao, Bella.
It's Cotton Eye Joe.
No, we're playing Moonlight Sonata over here. That's what we're doing.
Moonlight, Cotton Eye Joe.
Say Moonlight Sonata versus Cotton Eye Joe mashup.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Oh, God.
With that performance check, you could work. No, he closed and locked his door.
I know, I was talking about
I need
Secret
this
Door.
remix.
It's a Resident Evil joke.
No, the secret door. Yeah, I play the music in the door.
Oh, shit.
No secret door
That
you find.
I find. That's so sad. Let me double check something here. Yeah. So, all right. So this isn't a magical loot, but it's still pretty good. We'll put it down for now.
Okay.
Or is it? Arcana check.
Make an Arcana check.
Jesus.
I'm on fire, boys. 22.
After sort of looking at it and playing it a little bit, you sort of flip the back to you, and in some like mahogany bands that sort of surround the back of the lute, you do see slight runes kind of worked into and etched into the artwork that sort of goes across the back of this. You think it might be magical, although you're not exactly sure what it does.
I'm going to attune to that as I go to bed or whatever. But first, I'm going to write a letter, and I'm probably going to go to sleep before everyone. So I'm going to be working on this letter while everyone else gets drunk.
He's over there curled up with the loot, like, yes.
I'm like, just sitting there just playing riffs, like, like Van Halen.
Playing fire through the fire and flame.
Yeah, through the fire and the flames.
Okay. All right. Not an issue.
I do want to clarify. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying that ship's gonna be rocking all night long, guys.
I do want to clarify that even though I will be in the hype with them, I will not be getting drunk.
Okay.
Artyom,
Yes.
I have a request.
All right.
You work with leather and stuff, correct?
Absolutely. And
Could
I
you?
starting to learn how to work with the wood. Hey, look in planes. Okay, this staff is pretty amazing, right? Watch this. And I'm just going to put my herb kit on the table and then just make a bunch of fucking plants just grow out of like, yeah, this is amazing.
Oh,
This-
whoa, good. My goodness. That's cool, I think. Maybe a
I
tad
don't-
bit concerning.
I don't know where those roots are. I need these herbs. I probably shouldn't have done that with the ones that I'm trying to use right now. I'll go get some more plants to, I don't know. Oh no, I've never. No, I'm not used to flying. I've never flown while drunk before, so this will probably be a pretty new experience. At
That's-
least I won't lose the ship because it's got a big flaming ring around it.
Let's not do that right now. Maybe wait until like the morning. Like a nice morning stroll, but flight. And then
Now,
pick
we'll
some
get more
herbs.
tomorrow. Right now, Artyom. Do you have any more of that, the
God.
weird viney wine stuff in the house?
You
Lucky.
kept the whole bottle.
Did I?
Yes.
Yes. Do I still have it?
I took it off my inventory because I gave it to you.
So,
Well,
do
then I guess
you?
I have it. Looks at God. Do I still have it?
Yeah, I mean, you still have it in your pack.
Oh, 1 minute.
And I will drunkenly rummage through my pack. I'll drunkenly run back to my room.
I'll be right back. Right back. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Artyom, could I get
Hold
you
on.
to make me a harness kind of thing that could hold my knives on my
Oh.
sides? Yes. Like,
Yeah,
I'm describing shoulder holsters, but for knives.
yeah, that should be.
But
be
he
a
asked for a harness.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It kind of is like a little harness thing that like goes across your shoulders and holds them at your sides. Hey,
Why do you need saddle? No one is going to ride you. You're a
it is
little.
it is not saddle.
Hey,
That's sad.
It holds knives. It is for holding knives. It is like several strips of leather, or something along those lines. I do not know. I am not the tanner.
Yeah, I can do that, no problem. What
Wonderful.
is there? Do you need it to be like hidden knives or?
I mean, it will be under my jacket. So that is, if you can make it better at hiding knives, that would be lovely. Yes.
I just didn't know.
Somehow, I
You,
don't-
you would just put more knives on your belt. Is all I'm asking.
Yes. The point is that they will be covered by my jacket. I have a lot of knives, and I'm collecting even more. Pulls out the moon dagger. Like
I'm back,
I
I'm back,
need
I'm back, I'm
places
back.
to put them.
Gandalwin. Gandalwin.
What?
Gandalwin.
Yes.
And Artyom. I've got the wine. The viney wine. With the
Wonderful.
stuff and the sparkles. Let's have some.
I have this wine.
No, but this is the thing
No,
where you
it's-
see stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
that
do
is
see stuff.
concerning.
You have that line.
I don't think I.
I do
Are
not
there,
know
are
how
there any
good of an idea
cups or
that is.
anything on the table?
You all you need cups and you got lips.
So we gotta like do it like the toast, right? And we're gonna clink and then we're gonna
Okay.
I can do that with this bottle. Swig. I actually need another bottle. Reaches into bag of holding.
Here, no, have some of this.
Hold the wine out to you.
I do not know. Y'all are being really weird. So
Well,
you drank
Milo's
that.
drunk right now because he's
I'm
Milo
working
and he
on
drank
that.
a whole bottle of wine already.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna
Holy
die.
shit. Please do not light the boat on fire. I know there's a flaming ring around it, but that does not mean it is fireproof, I don't think. I feel like that is a fairly logical assumption. Do not light boat on fire.
Holding out the.
Drink
Wine
your
bottle.
weird drug wine, Milo.
He's like,
You're
I've already
lame.
had 9 swigs.
He'll hand it back to Artyom. Hold it out to Artyom.
Yeah, sure, I'll have some.
Yes.
Okay.
Bill, do you want to try some? Just a little bit of a sip, though. Just don't drink all of it. It's super expensive, and it'll make you see fairies.
Yeah, sure.
Watch Bill.
All right, I'm going to bed.
You're
See
going to
Bill
bed
drinking out of
already?
that bottle. I'm leaving.
Okay. All right.
I gotta go wash my beard.
Okay, brother.
That's probably a fair
You gotta
point.
wash yours too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right. Look, I died.
You're growing mushrooms.
Mushroom. I don't
Oh,
see any
no.
mushrooms in here.
Milo
Look
will
at the bottom.
misunderstand who you're talking to and reach up to touch his like glorified peach fuzz.
What?
Not you, lad. Although you were growing some mushrooms before. All right, I'm out of here. And Gorm's gonna go and like wash out his. Get some water, put it in the basin, wash out his beard,
Rebraid.
etc. Rebraid, brush it out real nice.
Got the beard oil.
Got the beard oil.
Oh shit!
The dwarven beard oil.
Yeah, it's a racial feature for dwarves. It comes on their character sheet.
Oh shit!
You can make it with brewer's tools.
Doors are swagged out.
You can make it with brewers.
it's all you have to do is drink beer and not swallow all of it. Ah, there you go. Beard oil.
It's beard
Nice and
oil.
moisture.
Oh my god.
I can
Oh,
only
God.
chaos will come from Bill drinking that fucking wine.
Few minutes
Oh
later,
yeah.
like plucking at hallucinatory vines and shit on the table.
I just want to watch Bill
Ugh.
after he drinks some of that and just see what happens. Swigs my normal wine like.
After a few minutes, Bill walks up to one of the walls, and if you've ever seen a dog that goes up to like a sliding glass window and starts licking it mouth open, he sort of plants his mouth up against the side of the wood, and you just see this large dino tongue just sort of like circular motion washing a side of the wall.
Milo is fascinated.
Interesting. My goodness.
On that
Well,
note, I will turn
that-
around and go back downstairs. Going
We
No,
are
Kasha,
downstairs.
come back.
Nope, I'm
I'm pretty
I'm just
exhausted.
going.
Belgirl, you're not going to have any of this amazing wine. Do I need to make a
I-
save for this
mm,
stuff?
I'd say you guys are embracing the effects, and you've already imbibed a bit, so not gonna make your saves.
Milo's not trying
Not,
to
not
say.
that wine, at least not tonight. I wash my beard out as well and go to bed.
I would like to follow Kaushik. If you're just going to bed, Kaushik. I just want to flag her
Yeah.
down before she makes it all the way to her room.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
Our
Come
rooms
on.
are right beside each other.
yeah, I know. God damn it. Kind of come at you like Kaushik. And just like glance back over towards Lydia's room while he's kind of like plucking at my parents' rings underneath my shirt and just like, do you think she likes stories?
I'm sure she does. She's a child. She can't
Yeah.
see anything, so
Oh, yes.
perhaps if you'd like to tell her a story painted with a lot of detail.
Ah.
I'm not sure if she's asleep yet.
Oh. No, it is late. And kids need to get their rest.
Tomorrow, perhaps.
Correct.
She's very hesitant to trust everyone. She's young. She's afraid. She's nervous. I think it might help, honestly.
That would be good. Hey, we'll see. Yeah, good night, Koshi.
Good night, Gandalf.
Big swig out of the wine and go take a seat back at the table.
Oh, you gotta do your squeaky door for me to open my door for my room. Or is it a doorway? Is there a door?
There's doors and locks on all of these rooms.
Do the squeaky door.
This door does not squeak. It is it is a very nice airship. And even though it has been here for a couple of years now, opens without issue. Silent.
I will cast.
Are you gonna rust the hinges for this?
Nope. I just want the noise. Prestidigitation.
On the
God.
squeaky door.
Give me a squeaky door.
I
It
should have.
makes me feel at home.
I glance over my shoulders. I walk back like they didn't squeak earlier. What the fuck? That is weird. Maybe it is weird wine. I don't know.
Thank you.
Door squeaking, Koshik.
As you as you go into your room, leaving your friends off with a little bit of the haunted realm where they found you. You take
I
your leave
just
for the
turn and
night.
smile and close the door.
Aesthetic.
Okay. Is there
Oh, wow.
anything else you guys would like other than just to imbibe, or any other conversations you guys would like to have?
At this point, it's just me, Artyom, and Bill, right?
You, RTM, Bill, and Gandalwin.
I thought Gandalwin said he was not.
No,
coming back.
I flagged her down before she went to sleep, and then I came back to the table.
Okay, I missed the part where you said you came back to the
Yeah.
table. In that case, he will probably keep drinking for a while, starting off all jubilant and hype. Kind of tone down, get all gloomy towards the end of the night. Feel like.
Guys,
Yes.
was
Good.
it's kind of a close one.
Yeah, we had to go through a bunch of shit to get you back, but hey, we did it. So
I mean, it wasn't just me though. Like everyone was almost all died.
yeah,
It's really bad.
that's what makes it a good fight. The ones that are really close.
God agrees.
Good one is strong word,
God
but
agrees.
more often than not, it is just how it is. You don't tend to approach any real fights that are going to be very easy.
No, I mean, like, we literally almost died. Like,
Yeah.
it did die,
Yes.
and then it didn't die, and
That's what this is now. This
I
isn't
mean,
just
I get-
fighting
I get blown up
guys
by
in
a
the bar.
crystal.
He did get blown up.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Hey, sure.
I don't get it. You died. Whatever. I'm
What?
going to bed.
Whoa, hey, whoa. What? What do you
So,
mean?
so grumpy and combative the way
Yeah,
drunk
no.
people can
Yeah,
get.
just like if you're walking, like hold that hand, like what? What do you mean? None. I mean, Melgrim died for a minute, but none of the rest of us died. There's a little bit of unconsciousness, but
No, but then we didn't die,
yes.
and the stuff, and
What stuff?
we stopped it, but like
We didn't stop
we
shit.
almost didn't stop
actually.
it, and no, because it was the fight.
We did not stop the fight either.
No, the fight stopped the thing, the death, but we didn't. But then we did, and
I am very lost right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost as well.
I don't understand. It may be the wine. This may
Presses
be
a
funny
wine bottle
but
to
I
his
have
forehead.
I
just
have
like,
no idea what anything you're saying means.
This is because he is not making sense.
Okay. I mean, you've also been drinking, but you seem pretty reasonable, so I trust you, Bill.
This wall
It-
tastes like shit.
And don't
Well,
lick the wall. There's more food here on table. Eat food on table.
I wanted the glowing stuff.
The Bill, glowing stuff is not actually there.
It's
Bullshit,
It's
kind
I'm
of
not
looking
lighting
at
up
it.
the room right now.
it's a wine vine, but not like the vine that wine comes from. It's the wine that vines come from.
I do not. What? Milo, go to bed.
I'm going.
kind of like
You are
shuffle off to his
loopy
room.
because you don't have boots on anymore. Go put your boots back on. Go put your. You did not do this shit when you had your boots on. Go put your boots back on. They keep you grounded. I know that doesn't make sense because you can fly with the boots, but trust me, it makes sense.
Okay.
My goodness. Oh,
I want some deer. And I need to get you leather.
It is not emergency.
Yeah.
Also very late at night.
Mm-hmm.
And you're drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
We should go repaint the battle beam.
that is not a bad idea.
Yeah, let's go.
Hold on. Gandalf's gonna kind of stand up most of the way through the second bottle of wine at this station. Make his way back to his room and rummage around and come back out with, nah, I had paint. I did manage to survive the marshes and shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Makes way up onto deck. Where do we put the bean?
Let's put it on the middle deck.
This is bigger than. This
Yeah,
is
a lot
bigger than
bigger.
the other ship, right?
Yeah.
Yes. This
Fantastic.
yes.
So okay, so just like in the middle, I just like looking around. I hold up paintbrush. Yeah,
We should
middle.
we should like do paces. Okay, count my.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like walk to one side and
One.
as straight as I can walk across the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be terrible.
Make-
It's gonna be a bean no matter what.
Gandalf, make a performance check.
Performance? I
make
have painter's tools.
make a. Are you're proficient with them?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your painter's tools check at disadvantage.
Ah, shit. That's okay. All right, let's see. So that's 5, 6, plus 8.
I would consider Artyom helping you, but his steps across the deck
I
aren't
do
really
not give
helping
it.
you.
I mean, okay. I mean, that's still not bad. That's a 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a plus 8, man. It's
Through-
not bad. I'm pretty good at this.
Through some sort of drunken savant of paints, Gandalf, you've been here before, but you've been here before plenty of times. This is how you kept yourself busy in the military. Artyom, you start walking, Gandalf sort of like nudges you out of the way and draws nearly a perfect circle. Or were you purposely trying to recreate the battle bean?
Battle bean.
Okay, then on one side, on either side enlarged, you recreate the battle bean.
Stand back.
How big are you making the bean?
How big are we making the bean?
The
You
ship
were
is
counting
about,
off faces.
it's about 55 feet across. The ship
Oh, yeah?
at its some of
Like-
its wider points.
In the
so-
middle, it's 55 feet across?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'd say give it a
We can do
15
40,
foot clearance on either side. You give it
yeah,
about 15 feet. So
20,
30,
20,
20
25 foot across battle
across.
beam.
Yes.
Okay.
Battle beam and then solid height.
What color is the
big
battle bean?
Red.
Okay. All right,
Red.
they're your paints, man.
Yeah, I
This
know.
is-
that sounds like.
This is taking a bit of paint to do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I might be out of red paint.
You're running low on red after a 25-foot battle bean, but
Wonderful. We'll have to break in battle bean in the next few days, perhaps.
All right. Bill, you going to sleep on deck or?
I don't want to go down the stairs again.
All right.
That is fair.
I'm going to go get a deer. Yeah.
I
Wanna
do
get
not
beer.
think. I do not think.
I'm just
we-
gonna slowly back.
RTO.
back.
Like,
Whee!
shit. There's a look over the side.
Artyom, because you were in the middle of the boat
Fucking die.
and you just backed up to the edge and fell off backwards, I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw really quickly.
Oh no, that is a
it's gonna-
7.
Okay, at disadvantage because you're a drunk.
2 4s, so both of them are 7.
7. Yeah, and when you sort of watch Artyom fall off the side of the boat, forgetting that this has a ring around it, Artyom,
Shit.
You take 4 points of fire damage as you fall off the back, and your legs hit it, and you just see Artyom go pong, and then keep falling down to the ground.
Just auto.
Good.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck! And then turn into what's
Is Bill concerned by this at all? Like, does he give a shit?
Bill is curling up currently on the deck of the ship.
Just look over at Bill, like, okay. Just look back over the side, like, huh?
I mean, I'll just flap off into the night.
Okay.
Go look for some deer.
All right. I have 2 questions for you. Do Quets have night vision?
They do not, and I
night
did
vision.
not dark vision myself.
Dark vision. Okay. It would be at disadvantage anyways, but go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Ooh, that is a 16 and an 8, so 16 total.
16 total?
Yeah.
It takes you a little while, and you start to sober up sort of in the middle of your hunting trip. It takes you a couple of hours. But I'll say, as you do, and with your huge form, you find 2 deer, and it's easy enough to get them kill them quickly. Are you processing them on the ground, or are you taking?
No, I'm probably feeling pretty shitty once they start sobering up, so I'm gonna give them big old pecks and then just sort of like chop them up in the beak and then carry them back to the deck of the ship and then leave them there like a lazy piece of shit and go to bed.
Very well.
I'll sit up until he makes it back.
Okay.
Just kind of like after he goes off, like, oh shit, like, just in case. Just kind of leaned back against one of like the walls of the edge of the ship, just kind of finishing off that last bottle of wine, waiting for him to make it back.
Okay. It's chilly out here, Ganwin, as you're sort of waiting. It's cold, but it's fine. You have some.
This is very familiar. I feel like this has happened before. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's fair. Sort of up against the side. It is a nice night though. As chilly as it is, it's nice outside. A clear night, pretty awesome view of the stars sitting above some clouds right now. But yeah, Artyom makes it back. Artyom, he always leaves at the worst times.
God damn it.
Makes it back in a couple of hours, and with some chopped up deer pieces, and Quest just sort of all over the bow of the ship. And transforms back slowly.
Well, that is nice. Imagine there's not a lot of light pollution up here. This high up.
There's not
we're like ass out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Right. And the fire elemental, while not out, as it needs to keep you guys afloat and propulse levitating this high, it is dimmer. So other than that, there's no light out here, so you have an awesome view of the stars above.
I'll just, as filler, as wait, not give it. I've just been sitting up there, kind of going over what I learned in my head from Araphis, and just kind of thinking Delkier and what little I have heard about them.
Okay. As you're sort of lost in thought, and Artyom transforms back or shapeshifts back from his Quetzal form onto the deck of the ship and just sort of splats these deer pieces onto the middle of the deck.
Yeah,
That is lovely.
I get some leather and some skins that we can use for your
Wonderful.
harness.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That is good. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yep, me too.
Then handle that in the morning. Finish off the bottle of wine. Just kind of leave it on the table as I make my way to my room. Or I guess my room is immediately after I go down the stairs, so I'll just take it into the room with me and finish it off there.
Okay. Heading back. Go ahead.
I'll curl up with Bill and go to bed.
He's sleeping on the deck.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have a peaceful night's rest out on the top deck. Below deck, Kaushik, as you're sort of wrapped up in bed. It is incredibly comfortable, something that you haven't had the luxury of in some time. And being this high in the air, you feel fairly safe. No one's going to try to steal you here. No one's going to try to, convince you otherwise, and you're sort of drifting off to sleep. After a while, you kind of roll over, sort of facing your door now, readjusting, getting more comfortable. Those brief glimpses of your room you get as you sort of readjust, open your eyes a little bit to shut them back. And when you do, someone is in your room. You see, sort of faintly lit by the thin, or by not the thin, but the sort of light flicker of your candle on your bedside table. Lithe figure, tall in dark robes, sort of sitting there, hood back, long, stark, like blonde white hair pulled behind his ears, a thin gaunt frame, sort of pale white, gray, almost graying skin. Familiar figure to you. This is Eberron. Sort of looking around your room, and you just hear his voice. No, Koshik. Where are you? His eyes just scan the room over to you. Why are you making my job so hard? Didn't I give you enough? I raised you. Gave you everything you could have wanted. Where are you? Sort of starts walking towards you. Tell me.
I ain't telling him shit.
You're just staying quiet.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna scream. Actually,
I'm gonna scream.
I'm gonna scream.
As you scream as loud as you can. He stands up, just says, "Shut up!" and waves his hand. And sort of a skeletal hand flies from his own, anchoring itself into your throat. And you see its fingers go into your skin and prevents you from screaming.
So I presume that also is preventing me from breathing.
Not at the moment, although it feels
Oh, no?
like it. It feels like panic setting in.
Can I grasp for it? Can
Sure.
I try to
Sure.
pull it out? That sounds real nasty. Oh.
Fine.
Do I need to roll something for that, or can I just try?
You just try.
Right. Okay.
You grasp at it. You grasp at it. And grasp at it. No avail. We had so much work to do, and we were almost there. Why?
How close is he to the bed?
He's maybe 2 feet from you. The room's only 15 by 15, so he's about 3 or 4 feet.
Now, I keep that MF thing on me. I'm gonna pull out my dagger, and I'm gonna try to stab it.
Okay. And go to grab your dagger. Another skeletal hand reaches up, grabs your hand, and straps it to the bed.
Well, then I guess I'm not doing anything but listening.
Continues to look around the room. I will kill them all. You know this. You know I will. Tell me where you are.
I don't say anything because I can't say anything. 'Cause there's a hand in my throat.
Sort of looks at you. You are pathetic. I will kill each one of them in front of you. You sort of jut up in your bed, looking around, and there's no one there. No more skeletal hands or anything touching you.
I'm going to get up and immediately jet to Lydia's room to check on her.
Okay. You run across the floor over to Lydia's room, open the door. She's sitting there sleeping.
Okay, I'm not going to wake her up. I'm going to close the door. Do I have any perception of what time it is?
I mean, it's late at night. That's about all you can garner. It's in the middle of the night sometime.
No? I guess I'm just going to go back to my room.
Okay.
I'm just going to close the door and I'm just going to sit there. I'm probably not going to be able to go back to sleep because that's fucking scary.
Okay. Eventually finding your way to sleep, although it is difficult. Did you have something, Crowley?
I was gonna say I finally finished writing my letter, and I'd like to roll persuasion on the letter.
Okay, we'll get to you in
Real quick.
just a moment.
No problem.
Kaushik, it does take you some time, but after some tossing and turning and worry sort of grabbing your throat where you felt it very, very real go into your neck and prevent you from screaming. Eventually you find some rest. You're greeted with some old memories sparked by this encounter. You sort of sitting around with other members of the church, speaking side by side with Nidril, following him around, assisting him in his endeavors before things got bad. Eventually you just drift off for the night. Over to Crowley, earlier in the night, sort of a flashback, if you would like to roll that persuasion for me. And are you sending this to me directly, or are you reading
I'll
it
send
out?
it to you, but I just remembered that I'm going to be sending this in New Kyrie. That is a 30.
Okay.
So
Wow.
Very well.
it's a very persuasive letter.
Okay. All right. You guys go through the night, most of you finding easy rest and drunken rest, waking up with varying levels of hangovers and headaches. Crowley, probably one of the first ones up, and Kaushik, tired from a restless night, but awake fairly early nonetheless, as you're still pretty restless. The two of you being up first also see Lydia sort of stumbling towards the, not stumbling, but fumbling with the door, opening it, and just sort of tracing her way around as well. Sort of listens for a second. Is anyone else up?
Good morning.
She jumps just to your left. Good morning.
Good morning, Lydia.
Good morning.
Would you like some breakfast?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll take her hand and lead her to the table up the stairs.
Okay. Eventually, everyone waking up again with your various hangovers and various levels of tires. The dwarves, they're interchangeable, right? Are feeling pretty good. The dwarves do wake up looking fairly snazzy with some newly washed and oiled beards and rebraided. They're definitely holding up the stereotypes, the good stereotypes. But the day is yours. You guys have about 48 hours of downtime, so we're just going to kind of go day by day. If there are things that you would like to be doing during this time, conversations you would like to be having, we can go through those.
Noticing the dwarves' fancy new braids, while Lydia is eating her breakfast, I'm gonna braid her hair.
Okay. All right. Make a dexterity check for me, Kashi.
I know how to braid. I braid my hair every day.
Yeah, but it was a long night.
Gonna fumble it, and this girl's gonna have some rough ass looking braids.
It doesn't
won't
matter
know.
to her.
She's got like the pigtails are like sticking out the sides of her.
I will aid her because I have knowledge of braiding hair.
Oh, what does that mean?
You have advantage.
He's over like, okay, well, you got to fold it this way over there.
It rolled the same. It's a 16.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, easy enough. You help her out. Crowley, you get some colorful bands from your accoutrement and help her out, and get some colorful bands in her hair. Easy enough.
Cute.
My goodness. Well,
Oh.
what kind of breakfast are we just eating the leftovers from the food from last night?
Yeah.
Exactly how do
Awesome.
you aid in the hair braiding, Crowley?
It was like 40 pounds of food, so.
Holy shit.
I tell her she should arrange it in the Kyrie fashion. And I give her direct, very intentional steps on how to do it.
And he gave me the
Okay.
colorful bands.
And the color.
I didn't know if you're going to be like, oh, the elephant trunk is supposed to go around the tree, or some sort of thing that would be like an indication of your history or something like that.
Oh, my history.
What does do you refer to it as Kyrie fashion with the braiding?
Oh, yeah, she's from New Kyrie. Why wouldn't she want in the Kyrie fashion?
Okay. Just making sure that
Freaking
was
blank.
that was
blank
complete
face.
that was verbally stated.
When
Okay.
Milo eventually comes slogging out of his bedroom, probably closer to noon, looking
Wow.
like shit.
He does sing, by the way, while sipping tea. So, New Kyrie fashion.
And also, he was drunk last night and forgot to turn off the music, as it were. So there's been like lounge music playing this entire fucking time.
Very fancy boat.
That's fine.
So he'll
Music all the time.
It's called ambiance.
feet dragging into the break room area with the table and just kind of like off, sit at the table.
Good morning.
Eh.
Milo.
Morning.
Water. Slides cup of water across table to Milo.
Drinks cup of water.
Can I do an herbalism check to see if I can make him something?
Sure.
Some tea, help him out a little.
Go for it.
Hangover cure, please.
Crowley's going to finish his own tea and get back to the ship and get it moving again.
Crowley, you have to ask you a question real quick. Let's talk on the deck of the ship.
Yes, certainly, Artyom. As he gets to the deck, he just sees this terrible painting, and he's like, his mask is
What
just...
do you mean terrible?
Not only the terrible painting is a bunch of deer parts on the deck of the ship.
Well, I mean, they're not deer parts. Just gave them a quick little stab with a giant beak, and then scooped them up and carried them back up and just sort of dumped them there.
Okay, you said you chopped them up with your
You
beak.
did say you chopped them up.
Oh, I meant to say peck them.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right, okay. That was a much more gory sight I had in mind then. But
Sorry.
a couple of deer carcasses then on the deck of the ship.
Where do you where should I do this?
in the cargo hold, perhaps.
All right.
Or at least in the galley.
Sure. Okay. Where is that at?
Through your exploring and whatnot, you know it is on the bottom floor.
Okay. Yeah.
Near the cargo hold as well, but towards the front of the ship. Let's see if I can pull it up for everyone. And we can go. Oh no, I won't, because it'll take a little bit too long. We'll switch over after the break.
Do I add anything to my roll for this?
Your proficiency bonus and your, I believe, wisdom.
$21.
Oh shit.
Very nice. Using this not being a uncommon thing around this group that you've found yourself with, you've nailed a pretty good hangover cure, and it helps you out recover a little bit faster there, Milo. Artyom, you take it to the galley. There are some like grates in the floor where you could clean this and butcher it without making too much of a mess.
Oh, this is fancy. I like this boat already. I'll just yell unsurreptitiously through the whole ship. Crowley, this is a really good choice for you to make.
Can we not yell?
Since it's like what 2 floors down, I'm just gonna assume I don't hear that.
You don't. You
The
don't.
ship just, the camera pans out and you just hear
I
I
should
should
have his
have.
head to one side. Could have sworn I heard something.
I should have
Whatever.
let the domino fall.
After eating,
It's very weird. Turn of
drinking my
phrase.
belly, I'm gonna go find Artyom.
Yeah, easy enough. Crowley, are you just setting out towards New Kyrie?
yes.
Okay. Easy enough. I would like to ask you, how high are you staying during your journeys?
We're gonna get to the point of the stratosphere where everyone's. No, I'm kidding. There's gonna be a bubble over my head, and I'm just gonna gradually kill the party.
Well, I would like to say that you'll have a general idea. However, the higher you go, you will have a little bit more difficulty navigating, as you won't have any sort of landmarks to go off of easily.
It makes sense. I would like to ask Kent what the legal limit is for air height. He should know that.
You get up to a
we're not
comfortable-
licensed, so technically below 400 feet.
So however I feel that.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, me being an observant fellow, I'll just very high, but just enough that I can make out landmarks. Like I've got a spyglass, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
also
there's still
keep in
cloud
mind-
cover and stuff, but we'll keep that in mind as you continue on.
Let's put it this way: if I see another ship coming, I want to be able to go up into the clouds, and as dangerous as that is.
Okay, you want to play it more reactively. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Melgrim would like to talk to Artyom. Melgrim, you make your way down into the galley. Artyom is butchering a couple of deer.
Hey, Art.
Yeah, when you come in there, I'm probably just sort of like under my breath, sort of just singing a song in a language that you have no idea what it is.
Hey, Artyom.
Yeah, well,
You mentioned you're getting good with woodworking or something.
yes, I was using the staff and or like learning from the staff a little bit, and it does a lot of plant stuff, right? And so I've been learning now to use like some wood and plant magics from it a little bit better. It's
All right.
very interesting. You go make all kinds of things grow with like just a little bit of magic. It's a lot different than the animals, but also like different. Anyway, so yeah, I can work with some wood.
Well, I wouldn't want to put too much on your plate, but well, do you think you could eventually make a shield, maybe?
Yeah,
you-
it's well, what kind of shield? Like, give me some dwarven measurements.
Well, for me to use with my new sword, obviously. Like, I don't know.
It's like you get like a round shield, or like a big square shield, or like a kite shield.
Yeah, like kind of like a kite shield, maybe little woot toot, and then a point at the very bottom. Right?
Okay, yeah, I can do that. And just kind of like gesture, like how tall it should be, and then sort of like hunker down a little bit to a more dwarven proportion. You're like, so how big do you want it to? Yeah.
Well, I don't want it to be taller than me, obviously. But
Okay, yeah. You know what? If I get it wrong, I can just fix it later.
Oh, all right, yeah. All right, yeah.
Come.
I'll go take that chair or that table that I put in the extra table I put in this room and just cast wood shape on it to give it the shape of an actual shield, and like a little bit starting to like the handle, and then probably throughout the rest of the morning, I will be taking the hides and stuff from that deer and trying to start getting them treated and stuff for Gandalwin's holsters and for
Holsters.
the leather parts of that shield.
Okay. Currently, while you have leather working tools, you don't really have like tannery tools and chemicals. So that'll be something that you need to get along the way. Easily purchasable, but something you will need to
Okay.
get. That is something
Well,
not available on the ship.
I will have the components to get that going. So
Okay.
I guess for the time being, I will try to figure out something else to repurpose to get like some strappage going on for that shield.
Okay.
Can I go and roll my portents
Sure.
for the day?
Yeah.
Strappage.
Some strappage.
A 19 and a 2.
Oh, those are good portents. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Like, say plus.
DM.
Not A plus, just an A. 20 would have been A plus.
Is being hungover considered being poisoned?
God damn it!
Yeah, I would say it is.
Oh my God,
Water
George can't be
poisoning.
hungover. That's
That
cheating.
explains a lot. I'm gonna go to the table and sit down next to Milo, put my hand on his shoulder, and when I do, I'm gonna use 5 points of lay on hands to cure disease
Okay.
before I start talking to him, because Gorm's kind of loud.
Uh,
Morning, Milo.
Hello? What's up?
So,
I love
We left-
caustic, but this tastes like shit.
I'm just gonna shoot him a glance, and
Is
I'm
Lydia
going
there to
say,
hear that?
yes, she is with me. I'm just gonna say, well, I can take it back if you don't like it.
Well, actually, I feel great now. Thank you, Gorham.
You're welcome, lad. I believe we left the armor I had you working on the other boat.
Yeah, mine too.
When we get it back, how long do you think it would take you to get that Ragnar's armor repaired?
Resizing yours won't take long at all. Mine's the big project.
Okay.
Yours is just some strap adjustments and maybe adjusting a grommet here or there.
Gotcha. And also, when we get back to Sharn, I'm gonna get that dragon scale vest from dragon scale mail from Norgog,
Mm.
and I'd like to have you put it over top of the plate, like disassemble it and put the scales above. If that makes sense.
I haven't done that before, but I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do something with it. I'll go ahead and start looking into that. I'll probably have to see if I can get some new sketchbooks when next time we're at a city. I left my sketchbooks too.
Okay, and we can look at designs, like sketch it out, and I'll let you know if it looks good or not.
All right, sounds good.
I'm gonna give
Oh,
a big
man.
pat on the back. Thanks, lad.
No problem.
I have a quick question, DM.
Yeah.
With prestidigitation, it says that you can create blah 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 an odd odor. Could you control what smell it is that you make?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I won't say like it can't be anything overpowering to someone because it's cantrip, but yeah, you can adjust the smell as you see fit.
Okay. I want to use prestidigitation to play a game with Lydia, where I make different smells and I have her guess what it is.
Okay.
It's hard to play games with kids that can't see anything, so I'm trying my hardest to make this girl happy.
No, I think that's a really cool and unique idea. Yeah. She takes to it immediately and is not surprisingly very good at it. So, yeah, she'll do that for a while for you. Of course, over all of breakfast as you guys are getting out of this area and flying towards New Curry.
Are you doing this in the break room?
Yeah. Well, while we're all sitting there and she's eating and stuff, I'm just
Here,
gonna puff a smell into her face.
I'm not sure what you can do with these, but these might be useful.
And I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the candlesticks, but instead of emitting like a like music, you can have it keyed to touch, and I will give her 3 copper coins. Each one will emit a different tone when you touch it.
And I don't have any game ideas. I'm not used to kids, but maybe you'll figure something out.
It's like 3 different toned chimes whenever you touch the coins.
Okay.
Wait, were you talking to me, like to give them to her, or were you talking directly to Lydia?
No, I was talking to you. Saying
Like, I don't know how to play with kids or anything, but here you go.
Are the chimes audible to everybody, or is it just the vibrations for her? If she
it'll
touches-
like I
or
think
whoever
it's like
touches them?
audible within 6 feet or something. I can double
Oh.
check.
All right, and I'll set them out in front of her, and I'll explain to her what he just said, how they work, I guess, and tell her to touch
10
them,
feet.
play some music.
Okay.
When touched, they emit a sound of your choice, audible out to 10 feet.
Okay.
So I'll give him a couple taps, and I'll kind of guide her hands to I'll let her play around with them.
She does so. She's taken a liking to you, so without it, she sits there and you keep her entertained for some time in this manner.
Better music than Crowley's.
I haven't played any music except for last night.
I mean, in general.
We just heard.
Well, it's
Fucking
3
guitar.
tones, and she is not trained in any sort of music, so no.
So the 3-note
That's fine.
symphony.
I play 3 tones and they sound amazing.
I was gonna see if I
pretend-
rolled a nat 20 and see if she was some sort of just savant musically, but she's not.
If I have to roll a deception check, I will, but I will make it seem like it is the most beautiful sound I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
I tilt the ship a little to the left to give her disadvantage. Just kidding.
Wow.
Just. No, he's like, I think somebody's trying to do something down there.
Not great, but it's 16.
Okay.
Same as on the.
I'll
wanna-
let this girl know I'm impressed.
Yeah. Amazing.
Get me a haircut.
Huh. Quick question, Jones.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master. At some point after breakfast, I'm gonna have gone up onto the deck and gone through similar to way back a while ago and go through some basic sword forms and stuff, just as mostly as a slight bit of exercise, as well as just kind of like almost meditative thing. And while I'm doing that, I kind of want to make sure of kind of going over all information gained. And I want to think about, would I happen, having spent most of my military career fighting Cyre, would I know if Cyphus is a traditionally Chiron name?
Spending a lot of your time in near the borders of Cyre, and you being more of a fighter, there's not a lot of time for I'll give you a check on it. Actually,
Sure.
but it won't be a D20 check. I want you to roll a percentile for me, and
Sure.
this will be fairly against you as far as odds go.
Right. I was just curious.
Again, you weren't a diplomat, and you weren't
Nope.
with an 8 intelligence. You're not too immersed in other people's cultures. So go ahead and roll a percentile for me.
Sure. 52.
No.
Okay, I was just curious. Yeah. I will, however, after doing that, just kind of thinking over that and like, interesting. If nobody else is up on the deck, I'm gonna go up to the wheel to speak to Crowley.
I'm casting Identify on this loot on my back.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ritually. And there's a ghost like looking over it with me. And we're like, yes, yeah, go ahead.
You
probably see that.
Is it Richard?
It's probably Richard.
Is it always
I don't
Richard?
know Richard. Like, you might as well be Richard.
Um,
Or some dead captain from an airship long ago. That's kind of foreboding.
up to you.
Is Wintick dead? Because
you have no idea.
well, I will if I summon a spirit real quick.
Damn it.
I'm going to say, since you know Richard and you know what he looks like,
Okay,
that's who
fine.
manifests. It says, with much more intelligence than Richard exuded in life, as this is an identify spell and
Poor
not Richard himself. There we go.
I don't know why Artyom had such trouble with Richard, but he seems like a nice guy to me.
I am struggling with how to send this to you. I will send it to you via Facebook message, but Richard kind of looks down on it. It's like, yes, Das Loot. That is what you have here. It has the ability to cast certain spells from the instrument as you play it. It is magical. It is a good find. And it is very well crafted. Very beautiful,
speak of the
Crowley. Well
Deutsch.
done.
Thank you, Richard.
My pleasure. And just sort of
I make sure he goes down into like, you know, the wherever Milo is and just go
Okay.
before dissipating.
All right. Well, you don't know exactly where he is, but in the back of the boat, no one's in the back of the boat right now. 7 of you guys. Melgrim, as you're in the latrine, you're sort of sitting there handling your business. You see a spectral figure just fall through the floor and go straight through the floor.
Ah! Jesus. Lord.
And I've
Deck
sent that
fest.
link to you. Okay. But yeah, again, when you walk up on as he dismisses this spell with a
Oh.
lute in front of him.
Hell, I'm sure that was terribly interesting. Crowley, I just would like to ask you, have a conversation with you real quick, if you do not mind.
Oh, certainly. I have nothing else to do. Whistling and spinning the wheel.
Fair enough. I must admit I'm curious. Who exactly is Cyphus?
Caiaphas.
Caiaphas. I was told Cyphus, but it's Caiaphas.
It's okay. She only heard the name once.
Fair enough.
I kind of do the whole Obi-Wan. I know him well. He's me.
Interesting.
Or he was me.
Was. Why was?
The man known as Caiaphas doesn't exactly exist anymore.
Why?
Because he's dead.
You seem quite alive to me.
That mask just turns to you and it just like looks at you for a minute. That's the trick, isn't it?
And if he is dead, then why introduce yourself as him?
Probably kind of like, takes like a minute, 2, 3. Spin, spin, spin.
I was just waiting.
She reminded me of my daughter.
I see.
Do you know where the name Caiaphas comes from, Gandalin?
Cannot say that I do.
Well, that's fair. You're from Corvair. You're a soldier,
Karnath.
no?
We are all from
Karnath?
Corvair.
Yeah,
Yes.
same thing. my
Yes,
bad.
I was.
I'm letting memories affect my word of mouth.
Yes, I fought for Karnath.
What do you know of the Mornland?
Of the Mornland itself, not much. It was previously Kyrie, before
you
the
know-
morning.
Do you know what happened with the Morning?
I have no idea myself, and if anybody in Karnath knew, they didn't feel fit to tell me.
Crowley kind of leans in. Well, I know. I was there.
Really.
Oh, yes. I was there. Just imagine a whole country gone like that.
I can imagine.
Your family right in front of you. Thanos snapped away.
I do not know who that is.
Don't worry about it. No, I was there. My home, my family, all of them gone. All in one morning. It is no great. I do not lie when I say Caiaphas is dead. But there are similarities between me and you, Gandalf, which I have not shared before. We both seek to resurrect our family in a way. Well,
In a way.
in a way. Not, I don't seek to resurrect all my family, just one. One who is still alive.
Explain.
I told you I had a daughter, no?
You just did, yes.
Yes. She still lives, but she is not all there. She has been in a coma, basically. She does not respond to the world at all. Nothing. She's been like that since the morning. My daughter.
2 years is a long time.
It is. And I cannot comfort her in any way. I cannot speak to her.
Yes.
But she is safe. And she will be safe for as long as I can do so. But I'm afraid once I find the way to save her, that will be the end of our journeys together.
It is understandable. I guess.
Again, his tone takes a little bit of a lightheart. I don't think you do, but a man must have some secrets, Gandalf.
Secrets are well and good, but this is, as much as I don't like to say it, is more concerning than I had, I guess, with details than without.
Well,
But
I don't like to
less-
speak much of myself, Gandalf, and as you've probably noticed, I cannot afford to die before my daughter is saved. I cannot afford to get into combat. Believe you me. And
I understand. However,
if I could, I would.
however, it's concerning. I've the past known several. You remind me of quite a few people, mostly those who commanded.
What was that last part?
Those who commanded, commanders that I served under in the armies. Calm, collected, and especially with this, their daughter, driven. Lots of purpose. But the reason they were so effective, generally, they did not have much concern for cost when it came to winning.
And it is one that I'm willing to pay.
Yeah.
I say in not so sinister a manner, of course. I would never sacrifice any of you. But
that is where I don't really believe you.
well, persuasion. I would do that to you.
I won't roll against it. I'll just pretend you didn't roll.
Well, that is fine for you to do because you do not understand anything. You are still very small-minded in your pursuits. But I respect you for seeking them out, and I will do my best to help you in your own pursuits.
That is not my concern and why I come to speak to you.
Then
Understand, Crowley, the mindset and the drive of these commanders, but you have not earned the right of command on this ship and with these people.
not yet, perhaps. But I do not seek to command anyone.
I am sure you will not, if it means getting your daughter back.
You know nothing, young Gandalf, but I will not try to change your mind, nor am I concerned with how you perceive me. What matters in the end is what I know and what you do not know.
You're in the same line with us, though you distance yourself. The only way to survive in the line is to trust those on either side.
Oh,
That's
I
all I
trust.
preach.
Yes,
Perhaps a little honesty and extension of trust to the crew.
and it has been extended, Gandalf.
To me, it is not my place to extend that same trust to everybody else for you.
Perhaps you're a little bit wiser than I thought.
Another man's secrets are not mine to tell.
You rise higher in my book by the moment, Gandalf. Any further, and I'll have to get a new book.
I'm sure. However, I preach caution when considering what lengths and prices you're willing to pay in pursuit of your goals, especially when currency spent is others' lives.
I assure you, the currency that you speak of is the same as before I met you. It has not changed.
I'm sure. Regardless. Good day, Crowley.
A good day to you, Gandalf.
Make my way back below deck to clean up, I guess, from my forms.
Okay. As you all sail for the day, and after this conversation, leaving a little bit more tension and understanding between two party members, maybe. That's where we're going to take our break, and we will continue on the day whenever we come back. Fly Bandito, thank you so much for that Prime subscription. Thanks so much, and welcome. We really appreciate that support, and hopefully we can get a lot more great roleplay going for you very shortly. In about we're going to take about a 10 or 15 minute break. Hopefully we'll be back a little bit sooner, and we're going to continue on this little journey as our party sails out onto the airship. They have a little bit of time in between Marketplace and New Kyrie, and they're nailing some things out. But thank you again, everybody. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. Much love.
Bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
Hey, we're back.
We are Hard Knock Dice, and this is our Eberron campaign. I am Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and we are going to continue on with our journey. Our group of heroes were making their way after dropping off their friend Norgog near Marketplace, but not too close so as not to be seen. They took off to the skies and have, after a little bit of revelry, getting drunk and some interesting dreams and what have you, took to the sky in the next morning and are now traveling further towards New Kyrie, a settlement that Crowley is very familiar with, and where all of the refugees of what is now the Mournlands are taking residence, or most of them. The ones that didn't get anyways, as they make their way, we've had a couple of conversations, and we left off with a fairly revealing conversation, to say the very least, between Gandalf and Crowley, and that is where we're going to pick up. It is the morning of your first of 2 days. It is going to take a full 48 hours. On the end of your second day, that next morning, you will arrive in New Kyrie. So, as the morning comes to you and you're taking off, go ahead.
We already did it the first entire day?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
No. You still have a full 48 hours. So,
Gotcha.
as you sail out, and this is the morning of your first day of travel, what would you guys like to do?
How long would you say it would take me to get that not leather, but hide yoinked off the deer?
You were processing them, and probably the first half of the day or so. If you're working really hard on it back down there, and that's sort of all you're focusing on, I'll say about 2 hours. If you woke up kind of late this morning to a hangover, so about 11, maybe noon.
Cool.
So, I guess I'll head out to the deck of the ship because I haven't really spent much time there since I was either working or sleeping a hangover off.
Right.
Just kind of look around.
Okay.
Who else is up there?
Currently Crowley, sort of past Gandalf, coming back down from the top of the ship. Artyom's down in the galley. The other, the dwarves and Kaushik and Lydia, you can place yourselves where you would like to be placed. But currently just Crowley.
And Bill.
And, well,
And
yeah.
Bill.
Gonna go over the. I'm assuming there's like rails, right? It's not just like up off the edge you go.
Correct. You have some fairly ornate carved rails around the edges.
It's gonna be going up to the rails and kind of peeking over and. Oof.
Well, it's definitely pretty. Crowley, have you been up here all day?
I would say so, yes.
Just gonna enjoy being up there for the minute.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you guys would like to be doing throughout all this time that you have? It is open and for all of you. So
Malcolm is going to go grab his newly acquired sword
Okay.
and find Gandalf.
Okay.
About this time, I just went back. All I was doing was going back to my room to like use the wash basin, just kind of like rinse sweat and stuff off myself.
Gandalf.
No, yeah, yes.
It's been a while since I've used a sword, I can say. Would you mind, I don't know, sparring a bit? No intentions of hurting each other, of course.
Oh,
but,
yeah, yes, of course.
we can get back into
Well,
the
sure.
swing of things.
I see what you do there. Yes, that is fine. Easily doable. I'm gonna rifle through my bag just for like some like strips of twine or something, basically, and just use it to tie the sheath onto, like tie it to the blade, like just wrapping it around the cross guard, like unattaching it from the sword belt, and like, I mean, we'll do the same with yours as well, just in case, we don't really have training swords or anything on board, so this will have to do. Just kind of do that and like, okay, and then make my wife like, well, I guess I shouldn't have washed myself after my mornings. So I'm gonna do that again. Take him back up on the deck to the battle bean.
Melgrim, you make your way top deck to the newly crafted battle bean, new and improved. It's in better shape than it was on the boat itself. And it wasn't here yesterday, so you assume some drunken escapades happened.
The battle bean is here now.
Ah, yes, it has been recrafted, reforged, even new and improved.
Very nice.
Forged.
Yes, indeed. And I'll just take up one side of the bean, just kind of get a ready position, kind of thing. Like, very well. So, whenever you're ready.
All right, let's go.
Seeing this happening, Milo's probably gonna wander over to watch.
Okay. Well, you perch up on the side. Roll initiative for me, guys.
Okay. Since he's the one who's wanting to train, I'm gonna intentionally let him go first.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna take the dodge action or anything?
No.
Okay.
He's wanting to get a feel for everything, so we're gonna start off just basic guard up.
Okay. All right, Melgrim, you're going first. Roll your attacks for me. Same bonuses plus the sword's bonus. And I assume since it's in the sheath that you're not lighting it on fire currently.
I would really hope not.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I was told this was sparring.
Yeah, especially since, I mean, in the actual wording of the sword, when it's sheathed, the spell dissipates anyways.
Okay.
There you go.
That is a 21.
21 hits.
Roll.
So.
Are you raging, Melgrim? And are you aiming to do damage?
No. I am not aiming to do damage. I'm essentially
okay.
Just trying to.
All right, I'm just checking because I don't know. Things get serious sometimes. Okay, so
yeah.
we just gotta fix. But Melgrim actually comes in with a obviously low blow. As he comes and hits your ankle first thing. Go ahead and make your second attack, Melgrim. And we can just keep it rolling really quickly. I just want to see
Yeah.
how you're doing with the sword.
That is a 20.
It's 20 hit.
Also hits. Yep.
Okay. So with just a couple of quick hits, Melgrom comes in, sort of feigning overhead like he does with the axe, but gives you a quick duck down and hits you in your ankle and your hip really quickly.
Okay. All right. And just kind of back it. Nope. Seems to be fairly in shape. Now defend. And come in with 2 longsword attacks.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
18.
I believe 18 hits.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll your second.
25.
Okay. Both hit. Do you flurry?
No, this
Okay.
is sword sparring.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of tap.
Okay. Returning right back at you, Melgrom. It seems it's a little bit easier to attack with it than it is to defend. And you sort of backpedal, but Gainwind's just a little bit too quick with the longsword. After a while, you guys going back and forth. Melgrom, although used to an axe, gets fairly comfortable with the sword very quickly. It seems his martial prowess is although founded in a different way than Gainwind's, it's not very measured, and it's kind of why it throws you off. Just due to your training, everything. Melgrim's attacks are sometimes wild and they go haywire. But over the course, how long do you guys want to train up?
Till he feels comfortable. So he asked me to spar, so I'll spar with him.
I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes. at the
Okay,
most.
yeah. All right. So you guys go back and forth through this. Go ahead.
Yeah, just kind of at the end, just kind of. Whew. See, that was. Yeah, have not fought in the sword with a while, but it appears that, like riding, we don't have bikes. It is like taking up old hobby. It is fairly simple to get your knock the rust off, as it were.
It's canon. There's bikes in Eberron. Just say it.
Okay. It is like I never had a bike, so I wouldn't know. Homeless. Never had a
It's like
bicycle.
riding a horse.
And then at this point, I'm assuming I'm attuned to the sword.
Yeah.
All right. As we're done, I'm just going to kind of unsheath it and then watch this
Okay.
and say, mistake.
God damn it.
As Melgrom gets real close and looking around, as if he were going to conceal something, you come in closely and look at it as well. And when he utters the activation word, the sword erupts into flame.
Jerk backwards. Oh. Okay.
Oh, this is going to come in handy.
I would certainly hope so. My goodness. Can I just do that forever?
Until I resheath it, or I believe, just say the word again, the activation word, and it goes away.
Hell yeah. That's fucking cool. On fire sword, that will be absolutely horrifying. A screaming, rage-filled dwarf coming at you with a sword that's on fire. Properly intimidating.
Yes, I think so.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Wonderful.
all right. Time to get washed up.
Hey, we'll do that as well again.
Hi, sorry about that.
No, you're
Should have
fine.
caught you
You're
before.
fine. I appreciate the dedication to your art form, as it were. Yeah. So,
From where I am sitting under the deck or whatever, one below with Lydia, can I hear them sparring up there? I know what they're doing pretty much up there.
Yeah, I mean, you probably hear the stomps and moving around up there. You don't hear any clangs of swords or anything, but I mean, they also had this conversation just at Gandalf's room, which is maybe 30 feet from the table where you're kind of hanging out with Lydia currently.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of ask Lydia. I know it may be a little strange and of a question asked, but how would you feel about learning a little self-defense?
I suppose I'm not sure what you mean. One thing I would like to do is to maybe go upstairs and feel the wind on my face.
Absolutely, no problem. We can go up to the top of the deck.
You lead her upstairs to the top of the deck, and as you get there, sort of seeing Gandalin and Melgrim finishing up, sort of talking to each other, Lydia steps up to the edge, or leads you to the or gets you to lead her to the banister where she holds on to it, and she says, can you describe it for me?
Like, describe what the scenery.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna describe the scenery to her. What is the scenery?
Okay.
Damn. God, tell me what it's like up there.
You know what? I'm gonna give you narrative freedom here. Tell me what it's like.
Please don't give me narrative freedom. I've done so much RP already.
The tables have tabled.
How high up are we?
Currently, Crowley's sort of steering the ship reactively, so you guys are low enough to see the surrounding areas. Just below
Like
just below the clouds.
Like I can see like a city, maybe?
Yeah,
Or like
sure.
cities. Okay. The sky is clear and beautiful blue. The cities are so small. We're high up. They're so small. It looks like little ants, tiny buildings. I don't know. I can't do this. I can't do it.
You're doing great. Keep going.
No, I can't do it anymore. I'm done.
Yes, you can. You can do it.
I can't do it.
You're doing great.
The verdant greens of the
We
trees
believe
below.
in you, Kashik.
It's for Lydia's happiness, Brittany. Come on, you can do it, Kashik.
You're right. Okay.
Kashik, Kashik, Kashik.
Stop! They're beautiful green fields dotted with colored flowers. Very small. It looks like tiny glitter particles. And the sun is reflecting off the lake. Lydia, have you ever been able to see?
Before I can really remember, I remember some things I was able to see. My parents told me that I lost it. I don't know. Whatever happened at home happened to me too. So I used to. I don't remember much. But I remember Mama and Papa though.
Wait, what did you just say? You remember her?
She
remembers
remembers Mama and Papa. Yes.
Oh, Mama and Papa. Okay. Remember what they look like?
Yes.
Can you describe them to me?
Yes. And she sort of smiles when you ask her to do this. My father, he had skin the color of leather. His beard coarse, long, curly. His hair back out of his face, also longer, dark black hair. Mother had olive skin as well, dark but beautiful hazel eyes. Braided hair, much like you did, and she touches her braids, in the sort of Kyrian fashion that Crowley sort of talked you through. The braids are close to the scalp to begin with, and then just sort of goes back. She says she wore hair much like this, sort of feeling them with her fingers. and she always wore just colorful dresses. So it's beautiful. She is beautiful.
She sounds beautiful. I can't wait to see her myself once we get you home to your parents.
It's been some time since I have talked to her, so I am excited to see them again. I did not want to leave, but they said it was best.
I understand, and it probably was.
Sort of sits here. She just wants to kind of hang out a while above deck, feeling the wind, the light wind blow across her face. She just sort of sits here, and she'll continue to ask you, where you're at, sort of describe the landscapes every now and again, but sits up there with you. Is there anything anybody else would like to be doing?
Is it noon yet?
Yeah. I'd say by this point, you guys have eaten breakfast. These guys are done sparring. Everybody's pretty much above deck at this point. Everybody kind of hanging out, enjoying the new sights that an airship brings you. I think probably few and far between the 7 of you, or the 8 of you, 9 of you if we include Bill, have ever been on an airship. So new sights abound, and it's probably a new feeling for sure. So Artyom, yeah, you easily enough done with your butchering
And repurposing the leather strap stuff for the shield at least.
Yeah. I mean, that's easy enough, because all you're looking for is the handle there.
Right. Well, I'll bring the shield up to the top of the deck to give to Melgrim. All right, Melgrim, here you go. I figured a nice little wolf design on the front for a wolf like you in combat.
Awesome. Thank you.
And so yeah, it has kind of like a wolf head, sort of, not super amazingly, master crafted into the front of it, but a little bit of kind of like a wolf head, maybe like a what is it, the Solitude Shields from Skyrim. It's like kind of like a basic shape for the wolf head in there. Yeah. Well, there you go. It should be big, sturdy, like you, and protect you in battle.
Awesome. Thank you, Artyom.
Yeah, you're welcome. So you're going to be a little bit more defensive in combat. It'll be interesting to see this.
Yes. Oh, hey, look at this. Unsheathe my sword again, and
yeah, I saw that you had the pretty
This
like,
man
holy
is
fuck.
showing off.
and then
I know, right? It's fucking
and then
cool.
in Dorvish again. Mistake.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah.
You'll be able to start all the fires. You can just go get some wood, and you can just stab that thing right down in the middle of it and start the fires real easy. We could rest, no problem.
Hey, it won't be just me anymore.
It is just very true. That is an amazing sword. I feel like we all get some pretty nice goodies from the dragon lady.
Indeed. Well,
Hear laughter from above.
It's a pretty nice day out here today. Just kind of just look over the edge without any sense of self-preservation. Like, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
maybe
Artyom,
let's show a little bit more caution. We're kind of really high up.
Yeah, but I can fly. If I fall off, I can just fly back. It's all right.
fly
Let's-
now. Eh?
Fair enough.
Let's not fall.
I can only fly with my boots.
Let's just not do that.
Well, I'm just gonna kind of go up to the edge just to feel the wind in his beard. Ah.
Well,
Here's the king of the world.
you feel the wind above and around your beard. With a newly cleaned, oiled, and freshly braided beard, it doesn't really get through the beard. But But you
You
enjoy
lift
it.
the beard up so you can get it under your chin.
Maybe if you get a nice clean shave, you'll be able to feel the wind very well.
Do you say that in character?
No.
God.
No.
Dear God. He's trying to start a fight.
If you want
Like a real one.
to try to gently continue to push the topic with Lydia of learning a little bit of self-defense, just kind of explaining to her, like we do get into a little bit of trouble sometimes, and if you're involved, I do want you to be able to defend yourself, try to get away. I don't do much physical fighting myself. I do use magic, but maybe we could talk to Gandalf. He could give you a couple of tips. It's completely up to you. If you're not comfortable with it, we don't have to. I can protect you as well as I can. I just want you to be able to protect yourself as well.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. $16.
16. Okay, I froze for a second. Well, I was like, man, something's going on. 16. With the 16, she grips your hand very tightly with both hands. Okay. All right. I will try. I will try.
That's all I can ask. And don't worry, I won't let you get hurt. I'm just going to have him maybe give you a couple of tips, and only if he's comfortable as well.
Okay.
All right, we're going to stroll over to Gandalf. I'm going to have her hand in my hand. Is Gandalf busy right now?
They're just all in a circle right now, talking, looking at Melgrim's new sword.
Mm-hmm.
Like guys do.
As we do.
Is it still on fire when I walk over?
Yeah, we'll say
Sure.
it just erupts into the flame.
I'm just going to kind of like raise my eyebrows. Impressive. And then turn to Gandalf. And entirely unimpressed. Turn to Gandalf. I'd be like, Lydia is interested in learning a little bit of self-defense. No sparring, no fighting, just a couple of tips if you perhaps...
Yes, she is small. That would be a little much.
Yeah, obviously. Just a couple of tips perhaps if you could help her in case she gets like grabbed or anything like that. Do you have any I don't fight physically myself much.
Yes, I mean I can try to explain some things. However, something that may be a bit more useful is if she is not seen in the first place. I can try to instruct her on how to be unnoticed, which may be a bit more useful. Lydia, is that? Do you have a particular preference?
Lydia, I am going to speak frankly, and I apologize if this hurts your feelings, but it might be a little hard for her to be stealthy herself when she
is more of a she's moving silently.
Lydia?
Yeah.
There's going to be challenges either way. We can even do both.
I am okay with both.
Very well. I'd be happy to.
I do want to get down on her level and like put my hands kind of on her shoulders. I just want to repeat myself. If you're not comfortable with this in any way, shape, or form, let me know, and you won't have to do it. We'll stop. It's completely up to you. We just want to keep you safe.
Okay.
All right. And if you want Gandalf to if you all do end up sparring, if you want him to
Jesus,
stop.
fuck no. God,
Gently
no.
spar. If he,
No.
if he
God, no.
grabs you in
No.
demonstration and you want him to stop, just tell him to stop. He'll stop.
Okay.
Is this,
All right.
you wanting to do this? We can do this now, or is there a time for preference? No? Okay. I guess I'll start with, some basic.
Just talk me through it. Talk me what you tell her.
I guess for physical stuff, seeing as she can't fucking see, I'm gonna mostly work on her with stuff about if somebody grabs her and just like let her know ahead of time, like, hey, is it okay if I grab like your arms and stuff to to help you out? Okay, and just kind of like, well, if somebody grabs you like in your hand like this, like easier ways to like kind of go against the things that would break people's grasp on her arms and stuff, and I guess maybe even help her kind of like get a judgment of like, if this is where somebody's voice is and you feel like they're a threat to you, just kind of swing your hand out in this general area to like kidney punch them.
Was I close enough to hear that whole conversation between Kaushik and Lydia?
What conversation?
Where she was talking about, if you're comfortable with it, teach you to defend yourself, yada yada.
Oh yeah, I'd say all of you guys, like I said, all of you guys, except with the exception of Crowley, currently still just sort of up on the above you guys, because it is sort of on a different level to be able to see over the bow of the ship. With the exception of Crowley, all of you are kind of in the same circle right now.
I'll watch for a bit and then head down to my workshop.
Okay.
Get started on a project.
I'm just gonna kind of do that for a while and let her know like we'll go over this for today, and tomorrow I can do maybe a little bit on helping you move a little more quietly, so that maybe you wouldn't have to do this at all. Okay.
Okay.
I guess do that for however long she and Kaushik are wanting to do that for.
She's comfortable with it for about 30 minutes to an hour or so, and
Okay.
after that she'll back away back towards Kaushik, feeling out for her hand. I want to check.
That's a long time for a 9-year-old. I'm proud of her.
She's good.
She keeps her attention, and this is interesting to her. So, Ganowin, I would like you to make.
Yes.
I want you to roll a check, and it's going to be odd. I just want you to roll a d20, and I want you to add your charisma and your wisdom to it.
Okay.
Your charisdom, as it were.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. That should be, if I recall correctly, 2, 3, grand total of 19.
Very nice. She fumbles with it for some time, but sticks around. You seem to be doing a decent job of teaching it to her, but this is something brand new to her. Obviously, no one has ever tried to teach her self-defense before. So it's very very much like beginners taekwondo classes that you've seen, where she, she'll try to swing out and block like you teach her for the grab and like try to knock your hand off of her like you teach her. But just whiff at some points, or just you hit it and you're like she just isn't hitting in the right spot or something like that. She's fumbling with it, but seems to, at the very least, seems to be taking not a liking to it, but is at least okay with it. It's keeping her attention currently. So
wonderful.
In the meantime, is there anything else anybody would like to be doing, or is everybody just sort of sitting here watching Ganowin?
I'm definitely, while everyone's sort of watching Ganowin teach, I want to go speak with Crowley some.
Okay.
So yeah, just kind of like sort of semi under the breath, not trying to like whisper or anything, but so Crowley, what are we going to do about this looming threat? I know you're saying you're sending off letters about the ship, but what's your whole take on the Zoriad situation?
Well, I think we are very lucky that we won't have to worry about it until a year from now, but we should still prepare.
Right, I feel like we should be worrying about it today. I don't know how familiar you are with that whole situation, but it's not good. I know you have a lot of contacts. You seem like a pretty what's the word? Noble. You're a fancy pants guy. I don't know. Like,
Well, thank you. I do like these pants myself.
yeah. You know people. You have connections. Do you think maybe you should write some more letters? That's all I'm saying.
I am very confident in the people I am writing, and I know that they will do their utmost to spread knowledge of this issue. But if it would make you feel better, I'll write a few more letters.
I feel like if something's going to happen, we can't have any lack of extra help, right? I mean, even if they just, I don't know, somebody sends 10 dudes, that's 10 more dudes to potentially have to fight off against something. I don't know.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about your meeting with that when you went off to check the portal with that woman? Did you, any other concerns you might wish to share for me to write, to add?
Well, we were being, I mean, there was a dragon there. It's a green one. She was green. I know there's, like, I think there's a difference. But I don't remember right off. But anyway, she was a green dragon, and I don't know why she helped us, everyone. But yeah, and when I went there, we got the little cutting of the tentacles things, and she helped me out to grab it. I saw some weird stuff, but I mean, I'm lucky to come back with sanity. So I imagine everyone will see crazy stuff if they go and touch one of these tentacles. And I fully expect no one to ever do it unless we have to. Anyway, yeah. So I appreciate you using your connections, and hopefully they will bear fruit. Or
Well, the sooner I can get these letters off, the better. As it is, I can't send this letter until we get to New Cyre, but...
okay, I can send those messages for you with like a little bird.
Oh,
If you
can
want
you?
to, yes, I can.
Okay. Well, if you'll just watch the wheel and they'll lock it in place, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Artio will just look at the wheel and just make sure it doesn't move. It's just like white knuckle that bitch.
Are you holding it?
Yeah.
Make a charisma check.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Crowley, you're stepping down below deck to go grab your things. And everyone on deck, which kind of prompts Lydia to no longer be interested in training as the ship in its entirety drops about 40 feet
Jesus Christ.
in about half a second.
I will.
To make sure Lydia doesn't fall over. And like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
God.
gonna, like bear hug her to my chest
Jesus.
if I can.
Okay.
Holy shit.
It levels out and starts to slow down as you guys sort of cruise and just sort of hover at this altitude. And you look up and RTM sort of standing there on the
Can I
on
do
the
can I
wheel.
do a reflex save to pull my hands away from the wheel?
Sure.
Before anybody can see it.
That's a 5.
Okay. It's because it's because you called it a
I'm just
reflex
so
save.
shocked. I'm so shocked. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm going to cover Lydia's ears and say, "What the fuck?"
Yes. That.
I don't know. I've never flown a ship before. I just
Oh my
touched the wheel and it
Why are
fell.
you flying the ship?
What?
I was just
Heavy
making
ancestors,
sure.
what's going on?
I was just making sure the wheel didn't move while Crowley went downstairs. Don't look at me. I didn't do anything.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it certainly moved.
Is Lydia okay?
Lydia's shaken, but no longer plummeting and right there with you. She's fine.
Hey, Dungeon Master, did you see the message I sent you in Roll20?
Nope, I'm not in Roll20.
Alright, I will send it to you on Skype then.
All right, so
Lydia
I'm
just
gonna
says,
get.
"What the fuck?"
Lydia hears a muffled. So
Ringing in the ears.
as
Yeah.
it doesn't fall any further, and you're sort of cruising here. And as it does, Artyom, and it hits the sort of the bottom, the base of this drop, you instinctively let out a just. This is fair, and you can't pull away from your from the wheel.
Gotcha.
Crowley, you make your way back up to the top. Yeah, you guys are good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I make my way over to Artyom and hand him the letter, and then I grab the wheel again and get it moving back to speed.
What percentage of our total height was 40 feet if, like, you look over the side?
No, I mean, you guys are probably, a solid 1,000 feet in the air minimum.
Okay, good. That's all I
yeah.
just wanted to make
You
sure.
guys
I was like,
are Crowley is sailing close enough to the clouds that if he needs to steer reactively, he can bring it up into the cloud line. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I was just making sure, 'cause I'm like, oh, shit, that's concerning. Well, that was fun, I guess. Not a huge fan.
It was
It's about 10,000 feet, by the way.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Clouds are low. Clouds are lower in Eberron.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Dummy.
Luckily, Artyom didn't want to do a barrel roll.
Make a quick charisma check for me, Crowley.
Plus all the normal stuff, etc.
Yes, your proficiencies plus charisma.
22.
Okay.
There we go.
Riding it, getting it back up a little bit closer to the cloud line, and back on track and moving forward at your normal speed. A bit concerning.
Mildly so.
I sent you those messages in Skype PM.
Okay.
Cody said he don't want to talk to the DM. Bitch.
Are you bringing the letters?
I already, I was like, I hand the letter to Artyom.
All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use the staff to use the. I mean, are we close to a city from where we are right now? Let's consult the map.
We can bring up the
Market.
map.
New Kyrie. New Kylie.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it.
Shaman.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Samantha.
Sorry, I was reading Cody's message. What are we looking at the map for?
Oh, I was just looking at my own map to see where to send the bird to essentially drop it off with a courier. Like using animal messenger with the staff.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Get it that first class map. I'll give you some
Oh
gold.
wait. No, I cannot do that with animal messenger. Animal messenger actually sends a message. But I can still get the familiar to just drop it off someplace.
You want to send Barrick?
Yeah, I can send Barrick.
Okay, and you're just gonna look over the ship, see a city, and send them down whenever the time's right.
Right. Yeah, just let it coast maybe a little bit closer to a ship, or I mean to a town.
Okay.
Crowley, you got postage?
I do have postage. First class.
Let's go.
Let's see. You guys would, on your first day of heading out after heading towards Marketplace.
So I guess Valoron, or whatever that place is. We'd probably go close to it.
I do not see a Valoron. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, you're probably in between there or between Aelindar and Valoron currently. But if you're just sort of sitting there and you sort of if you're waiting for a city in the distance, yeah, easy enough to send Barrick down there. What are you giving Barrick instructions to do exactly?
How does the postal service work in Eberron?
It's mostly done via House Orion, and there are, they have places of businesses and towns and cities all across Corvair, and couriers in between. So, what are you telling Barrick to do?
I will tell Barrick to Is there? Do they have drop-off boxes like a post office
Not
or anything
quite.
like that?
Not quite. You have like offices that they have, and then you have couriers that that either pick up or take mail.
All right. Shit. Yeah, if they don't have a place that you can really drop them off, then that's not really going to work. I mean, Beck's not going to go down there and be like, "Yo, I need to get this mail out, buddy."
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if it cannot be done, we can put it out at New Kyrie. There is a.
If
First
we're
class.
if we want to stop a little bit closer to Valeron, they can drop them off while everyone's sleeping. It'd probably be easier in any case.
We could do that under cover of darkness, certainly.
All right, that
And,
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm going to give him the required gold for first class mail
Hey,
with the Air Jordan logo.
Mail.
Okay. A friendly reminder, as all of you sort of get on top of this ship as well. There is still quite a large crate or chest rather of gold and platinum pieces
shit,
sort of
yes.
sitting there.
You just let that bitch up here all night. Oof.
I had taken it
Yeah, I thought he
down
took it.
below deck so that it didn't fall off when we were making the ascent out.
Oh, I thought you were holding on to it. From what I remember, I don't remember you taking it downstairs. But if you took it downstairs, so be it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We should count that.
I think he used the term secure it. I don't think it was ever clarified what exactly he was doing.
Right.
Yeah, I think I made you made a strength saving throw to hang on to it on the takeoff. But regardless,
Right.
just reminding everybody that is still there. But yeah, you're going to do that later tonight when you actually get over Valoron, is take it down there yourself.
Right.
Okay. You would probably get there closer to the end of the business day, so it'd be something you need to take care of pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. I figured that would be kind of close to the halfway point. Or I guess well, I might backtrack a little bit, or maybe CR, however that's pronounced, would be closer at that point. Not sure.
Okay. Are you I just want to make sure. Are you going down there at nighttime?
Right.
Okay. And you're just looking to throw it in under the door or something like that?
Unless it's explicitly stated that I have to talk to someone to send a parcel, then I would need to go there a little bit earlier, and I can just flop off and catch up with them later.
Okay. All right. We'll see when you get there.
Oh boy.
All right.
So does anyone, I mean, I'm assuming Crowley would know how the mail works if he's sending mail and giving me proper postage.
Have you made it clear that you're getting ready to head out to go to a city?
Not yet.
Okay.
You and Crowley are still just sort of having this conversation currently. If Crowley will explain it to you as I did, that there are offices and there are couriers, but there's not really drop-off areas and the like. You're probably going to have to talk to someone, whether it's a courier. You can drop it off with a courier and they'll take it for you.
Okay. Then I guess the plan will be that I will take the package under cover of night and meet back up with the ship somewhere over Lake Bray.
Okay.
And there we go.
All right. And that'll be later in the day. It's still about lunchtime at this point.
Right.
Once I wrap up with Lydia, once she kind of is like, okay, I'm done.
That is wrapped up as soon as the ship drops 40 feet.
Yeah, I'll just be like, you just do your best to, I guess, remember what we did today. Just see if we can get it wedged in there somewhere. But yeah, I need to kind of, hey, Melgrim.
Yeah.
You doing anything right now?
No, not right now. What's up?
Wonderful. If I recall correctly, we have a big chest that has a bunch of money in it.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably count that. Would you assist me? figure
Sure,
out how.
sure.
Okay.
Can
Artia,
Gandalf
where'd you
count?
put that?
I love how the monk with 8 intelligence and the barbarians are
Hell
a
yeah.
barbarian is counting the gold.
Yep. Artyom, where did you put
Listen,
the money?
I have a 10 intelligence.
It
Yeah.
is. It's in a chest downstairs. It's the one that looks like it's owned by a
Full of
dragon.
money. Wonderful. Okay. See, I brought the brains of the operation. I'm good.
Artyom trusts Gandalf to know how much money they have because he doesn't ever have money.
Okay.
Ouch. Okay, yeah,
He
Struck on
appreciates it the
down.
most.
we will try to figure out how much money or whatever is in there because you said she just kind of scooped a bunch of stuff up and
Yeah, she
dumped it in there.
took an equivalent of a Bigsby's hand, a Bigsby's claw,
Bigsby's claw. Yoink.
and scooped it up into this chest. It takes you and Melgrim some time as you know what, Ganowin, make an
I'm not the best. I'm
make it-
bad at this.
Make an intelligence check for me. I'd say it's a disadvantage,
Yeah.
but it's just gonna be a straight roll because Melgrim's helping you.
I can count. Like I can read.
Not numbers this high.
Oh,
That
Jesus.
big -1.
Well, can I can like separate into as high as I can go piles.
So like
Oh,
piles of 5.
that's 356, and that's as high as I can go. And then next,
I'm gonna seek out Crowley while they're doing this.
6.
6. Okay.
Yes.
Melgrim getting frustrated and with Ganowin, you step up to the plate and count, and it takes you guys some time to do so. You end up coming out with I know it's 18,000 gold, and I believe it is 3,000 platinum.
Did you mean
Holy fuck.
1,800?
No, I meant 18,000.
18,000 gold and 3,000 platinum.
Yes.
I felt bad for
Oh,
taking 100.
So we got about 48,000 worth of gold overall.
That's a lot of magic items I can make.
Okay. I'm gonna trust you to know what those numbers mean. I believe you know what those numbers mean. But that sounds very good if you ask me. So
Oh, boy. That's a
where
lot.
where should we put it?
Maybe I should have taken more than 100 platinum items.
I am paranoid. I am scared of Lars. This lady was scary.
Gandalf's just
Scary lady.
just mumbling about abject terror. I am scared of the lady who scares me.
She was very powerful and tempted. Like she was ready to square up. Like
Yes,
that.
you was.
While
She
while this
was like,
counting is going
holy
on,
shit.
I'm gonna seek out Crowley.
Okay.
Everybody wants to Crowley today.
I'm not used to being so popular.
He's like,
World's-
leave me the fuck alone.
The ship's most interesting man.
I grow a beard on my mask.
Hey, hey, Crowley.
He's a damn
Yes, Milo, how can I help you?
I'm walking up, still like I got like my work apron on, probably like smudged with charcoal or whatever. I was sketching out blueprints and be like,
Are we gonna be over a city or something soon? Any time in the next day, maybe?
Well, and unfurl the map. Honestly, it was like we're going to be near that city that Ken pointed out earlier, which was what
I wasn't there. So
I know, but I meant like Ken. I'm trying to remember the name.
It's
You-
Valoron.
Valoron. We're actually going to be near Valoron later tonight, and we're going to probably stop near there for Artyom to take care of some business.
Oh, because I need to pick up some materials.
Oh, well, this is most fortuitous. Perhaps you can go with Artyom then.
Oh, he's going down.
Oh, yes, I have a letter, and he said he was going to take it for me.
Well, fantastic. I need to pick up these materials for a project. A couple of projects, actually, but...
And Artyom is not too familiar with the postal service, so perhaps you can, aid him. But let him take care of it. It's okay.
Oh, sure, I don't mind. I use postage a lot.
Excellent. But yes, I imagine we'll be stopping there somewhere after dinner. So I would rest up early if I were you.
For sure. And will we have time to do shopping before we leave in the morning? I don't want the shops to be closed.
Well, as far as I understand, Artyom was going to make the journey and catch up with us. But, we can't move. I'm going to move away from the city as far as I can, and then we'll wait for him to rendezvous with us.
Right, I can... finding you won't be hard.
Yes.
I just need to make sure we'll have time to get these things. Like I said, kind of time sensitive.
Well, I can wait a little bit longer in the morning for you to complete. I'll just rest.
An hour or so is
Just a
all.
little bit longer. And I'll fly longer tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Crowley.
Nodding will head back to workshop to continue what he was doing.
Okay.
I'm just tell Artyom to let me know. I'll be in the workshop.
I'm right here. What do you want?
Oh, I thought you had gone downstairs.
Oh, no, I'm still on the deck.
Oh, yeah, in that case, I'll
Just like, hey, Artyom, let me know whenever you're heading down.
Yeah, okay. You're going to come with me?
Yeah, I've got to pick up some things.
Oh, good. I don't know how the fucking House of Orion post works, I told.
Don't worry, I'll help you. I'll be in my workshop when you're ready.
All right.
Be sure to wear a disguise.
I'm going to send Kaushik a mental message asking, is the little one always been blind, or has she known sight before?
Does this allows me to mental
Yeah.
message him back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She told me, Governor.
Oh God. What the hell?
Your inner voice is horrifying.
She told me, Governor, that she used to be able. She told me that she was able to see at one point. She doesn't remember much of it other than her parents, what they looked like. So that's all I know.
All right, this will be good then. It won't be too jarring.
Did he send that back in a mental message?
Yeah.
What?
Wait a second. Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can turn her into an animal. And she'll be able to see. Only for a little while, though.
Please get her consent before you do that.
Oh, Jesus, yes, yes, I'll get her consent. That's why I was asking her what her favorite animal is. Come on.
Asking someone their favorite animal and asking them if you can turn them into an animal are two different things, Artyom, and I wouldn't put it past you. Please get her consent first.
Well, I'm not going to cast the
Outright
spell while I'm
consent.
drunk, okay? I'm a little bit more tactful in talking to little girls than I am piloting airships, okay?
All right.
It didn't come out very good. To be fair, I think children appreciate it when you treat them like adults. I don't know.
I didn't know that has to do with anything, but I do agree, yes.
Well, I used to hang out with a lot of halflings, and some of them were really, really tiny. And we're just looking at each other, and I'm making this gesture while we're still not talking to each other at all. Yeah, it's just treat them like adults. It'll be fine.
Please do keep in mind that she is not an adult, and while she might appreciate being spoken to as
Well,
an
I will
adult,
shapeshift with her. I'm not going to let her just go flying off into the sunset.
small person feelings.
Right.
Okay, just make sure that you're delicate with her, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please get her consent.
Gorham, as you stand there and you see looks of fear and worry in Kaushik's face, and Artyom is just like making hand gestures back and forth. You sit there probably a solid 3 minutes while they have this conversation.
What does mean? You're talking about someone short.
Baby halflings.
Not very
Baby, they're adorable. They're like infants, but like doll-sized, like proportioned, Anyway, like I don't play with dolls or anything. I just have seen them before.
Artyom goes back to his room later that night.
I say that's the words of someone who plays with dolls.
Yeah,
I don't
it
play
is.
with dolls
Yeah,
or
it is.
anything.
I never accused you of playing with dolls.
He said they're action figures.
They're collectibles, okay? I have all of Gandalf's figurines.
Got you with the hookup. Fucking carving little like action figures for hardtails.
They're dolls. We've killed Gandalf.
You guys hear frustrated? I don't know any numbers higher than that, Malcolm. From down below deck.
What do you mean? You don't
That
know.
is as high as I can count. Can't go any higher.
It's just like they just start over.
It sounds like they counted to 10 already.
Just like floating up the stairwell.
Also, imagine probably in the middle of it when Melgrim gets most frustrated, he starts rage counting.
Ah, right.
Damn, 20! And he just yeah.
A whole fucking lot. That's about
More than 10.
This is way more than 25. That's as high as I can go.
Little do we know we don't have 48,000 gold. They've just miscounted so bad based off of a roll that Jones made.
It's like 36 gold.
Highly possible.
The little
This-
hamsters
you-
on their wheels just burning up.
Half of that platinum is just silver, and you can't tell the difference.
You say hamsters, I have like a crippled hamster. It's having a hard time. It's like one
It's
leg.
running its wheel like.
This is my strong paw.
All right.
You have 2 mice in
Okay.
a suit.
Moving right along. You guys make your way through this day. It takes you a couple of hours to do so. To count, you do your training and whatnot. Milo, you continue your work and your sketches downstairs. Unless anybody has anything else they would like to do for the first day.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and see if I can talk to Lydia.
She's right there beside you at the moment, or just throughout the day.
Hey, Lydia.
Yes.
Did you figure out what your favorite animal was?
I mean, I like cats.
I was just gonna trade a silent, disgusted look with fucking caution. Just okay, a cat. All right. Well, how would you like to be a kitty cat for like a little while?
I think that would be terrible. I
Oh.
like cats, but I'm not so sure that I would like to be a cat.
Well, if you could be in the animal, what would you like to be?
I don't think I want to be an animal.
All right, that's fair. I could shapeshift you into one for a little while, and you could. You would fully be the animal, and you would have its eyes, if you understand my meaning.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. 17.
After a couple of moments of just sort of considering it, thank you, but no thank you. I am okay as I am.
Okay, it's completely fine. Just making the offer if you'd like.
Thank you again. Maybe one day.
You know Koshik has a cat. You should make her bring it out. It's a pretty nasty cat, but it's still a fluffy cat.
Can I hear what he's saying?
No, I'm whispering. Or I go right down into her ear and whisper it.
I got big ass half elf ears. Can I hear what he's saying?
I've got big ass elf ears.
I mean, I'll say that Lydia's been clinging pretty tightly to Kaushik.
Yeah, sure.
Kaushik and Crowley. So if you get down and whisper it, I'll give Kaushik a perception check.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Make a perception check, Kaushik. We'll call it DC 15.
She's got like +8 with her wisdom.
Well, my roll before adding anything is an 18, so I think I got it.
Nice.
What pie?
Yeah, you hear him.
I am going to kick him in the leg.
Ow! Why would you do this? It's
Violet.
Haru is not disgusting. Or whatever he said. Did he say disgusting or nasty? I don't remember what he said.
Close enough.
Yeah. Both
Haru
are
is not
equally
nasty.
appropriate. Let's not get into the details of the last time you saw your cat, okay? Maybe I didn't see it at the best times. And I'm just gonna back away slowly.
I'm gonna kick him again.
Smiling.
I'm gonna kick at him as he backs away, like telling him to like, get the fuck out of here. Don't bring that up in front of the kid.
I'm just gonna be like so violent. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Yeah, I just
My
gonna
hand
walk
just
away.
starts glowing.
Oh shit! Guiding bolt. Pew! Oh!
And with that glowing hand, I'm gonna cast Find Familiar and bring out Haru.
Okay.
Hi, baby.
Point
Sorry,
of-
I thought I was muted.
Point of order. Haru was dismissed from this plane of existence. Have you spent the resources to bring Haru back?
Cost 10 gold worth of like incense and stuff and like a little ritual to summon them back up.
I mean, I've got a. I mean, I can.
Okay. I'll give you a gimme here. But when he is dismissed in the fashion that he was for everybody watching the stream and not Lydia's ears, Haru was
Let me cover her ears. Okay, go ahead.
Haru was obliterated in a fireball. It was as Kaushik used Haru to set off a trap in a dungeon. So Haru needs to be resummoned to this realm. But we'll say you had a little bit of downtime and you did so. You summon Haru up. From what I remember, Haru's quite large, correct? Like Maine Coon style cat.
He's a big boy.
Okay.
Speaking of big cats, silence.
Yeah. Speaking of cats, all right.
Boom.
All right, you summon her and you just tell Haru to
It's
to
just
nuzzle
floating
up.
whiskers.
Yeah. To nuzzle up to Lydia, and she takes right to him, giving him scritches
Okay.
and what have you. I didn't know you have a cat. I have not heard him.
It's a boy. His name is Haru. He's a magic cat. He's not always here, but I can bring him whenever I wish. He's about Lydia's size, right? Like,
Holy shit!
for like half her size. He's a big ass cat.
He's about he's not a medium creature, so to speak, but he's a large cat. She is not holding him currently.
Right.
You summon him and she kind of like does some figure eights around her feet, and she sort of gets down and starts giving him some pets and what have you. Yeah, it's a very large cat. Okay.
Let them snuff, I guess. Let them vibe.
They
Well,
do
no.
so. She sits there for a long time, just sort of sitting there petting Haru. Okay.
Does anybody else have anything they want to do?
No,
Not for today.
not for today.
Then I will also say to Kaushik mentally, as to not alarm the little child. So Kaushik, are you still like on a good relationship with that? Was it Lord Aelford or something like that? Aelford?
As far as I know, there's no hard feelings between the two of us.
He'll just
I'm not so sure you guys are still in a good relationship with Lord Aelfred.
well, I mean, how does he feel about Zoriad? It's a pretty shitty place.
I don't personally know. I could try to contact him.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if you could like call in a favor with that guy. Maybe he could get some skeletons out there or something. I don't know. I don't know what he does at all. He can create portals. I know that much.
I'll see what I can do.
But you'd appreciate it. It'll probably be useful in the future. And maybe he could muster up some extra stuff or something, The material plane's probably pretty important to him as well. Awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna whip out my phone and I'm gonna send a text to Lord Aelfred.
So,
boy, what is that?
So you bring out your message spell and you send a message to Lord Aelfred.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you say?
Not immediately. I'm gonna
Okay.
hold off on that so I can think of what I want to say to him.
Okay, not a problem.
Where's my
Well, I'm
fucking
snuggling
horse?
with Haru.
Okay. Anything else for the day? All right.
Not for today.
Artyom and Milo taking off towards the city. We're not going to worry about the logistics of it for the sake of brevity. You all fly down to Valeron, and good Carnathy accent for this place. No, you fly down to Valeron. It's getting to the end of the business day, probably 4 or 5 p.m. at this point. You make your way down. Milo, you help Artyom without issue, find a courier, pay the postage really quickly. Unless there's anything that you would like to explicitly state to this courier, we'll move right on past the mail part of it. No?
Nope.
Okay. Your mail sent off immediately, Artyom, and correct me if I'm wrong, Crawley, this is the note that you sent to me, is what you're sending? Or is this a separate note entirely?
It's the letter I sent to you.
Okay. All right.
Right.
In that case, and Milo, you're looking for equipment and items and stuff?
Yeah, like reagents, metals, crystals, stuff for the project I told you about.
All right. Give me 1 second, and you two are walking down the street currently.
Could I have grabbed some money before going down there? If we're gonna go like on a supply run.
I mean, I've got money if you need it.
No, I mean like a couple of thousand gold, just from the chest or whatever.
That is not my decision to make. I mean, physically, yes, it is possible to do.
Okay, I mean, I didn't know if you would like. Oh, you didn't say that. Okay, yeah. Just while you guys are canceling Artyom, I'll be like, I need to borrow this. I'll be right back with it. Going to town real quick, and I'm just going to grab like, I don't know, a couple of stacks of 10 platinum or however it's set up there.
Okay.
Just in case they have some stuff we need.
Gotcha. Okay. How much are you taking? 2,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Scoop it up, head down to Valeron. Not a very large town. It has your basic essentials and what have you. Has post. It is not a massive town. You can find a general store. Crystals, you're not really coming by here. But all of your other basic supplies, they have a well-to-do general market and some other things. You're looking for, I guess specifically the project you're looking for below. You find everything what you need except for the crystals. This place isn't really the town for that.
Okay. Well, I'll get what I can, and so I can go ahead and be making as much progress as I can.
Okay, yeah, you get everything for that project other than that one piece, and that's probably
Right.
that one piece is probably about half the cost.
Okay. I'll go ahead and deduct 25 gold then.
Okay. Would you like to look for any other materials while you're down here?
I want to. Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to look for some diamonds.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
Oh, I got this for sure. Oh shit, that's a 19 plus 3. I do got this.
23.
Shit.
Okay.
22.
Okay. I mean, you find a place that sells some jewelry. They're not. You find diamonds in the sense that you find small, like half carat diamonds, or not half carat, but like probably 0.05 carats diamonds, small little bands and stuff. So depending on what you're looking for to do with it, they're selling them for like 50 gold.
Do you have like diamonds not in jewelry here? You just need some diamonds.
Most of our stuff is in the jewelry. This is a jeweler. Yes.
Sure. Right. You got anything like in the back, not made yet, that you get for a different price?
No, we actually don't make it here. We just ship it in and resell.
Okay. Are there any? They're all super tiny.
They're all pretty tiny. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, probably not worth it, or I'd probably be getting at least half the cost ripped off, and yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Very well. Okay.
Yep.
Is that all you're looking for? Is diamonds?
Do they have a botany shop, or like an herbalist place, or an alchemist place?
Yeah, I say this is kind of out there. They have a small place that has like small tinctures and vials, like mint oil and stuff like that. Nothing magical. You can surmise pretty quickly walking around. But they have, general herbs and spices and what have you.
How much would it cost to get seeds from a lot of their plants?
Depends on which. Are you looking for anything specific, or just like general seeds from
like some seeds for like everything they got? Just everything they got.
Okay, I would say they don't have seeds for everything they have. They do have some of like staples and stuff, kind of in small like parchment, folded up and sort of together, of like potatoes and carrots. Very, very easy things to grow. Depends on what you're kind of looking. They have some of the like things you buy at Walmart, fresh herbs, and it's like a piece of rosemary stuck in dirt and almost dying. They have things like that.
So they have any flowers and stuff there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they had some flowers too.
Yeah, give me them flowers.
Okay.
Like flower seed packs or something like that.
Sure. Don't say you can get some seeds for flowers as well.
Yeah, just all the flowers they got, and maybe some like other random type kind of herbs. How much would that run me?
We'll say for all of it, everything you're trying to get, it cost you 3 gold.
Sure, I'll use my own money for that.
Okay.
Question.
Answer.
While we're shopping,
okay,
if we're in like a general store, like a market area, would I be able to find a set of dominoes?
Yeah, say your general store has a set of dominoes.
Like, preferably nice ones.
I mean, standard dominoes.
Close enough then.
Yeah.
I'll take them. Quantos?
Okay. 5 copper.
Bet.
Wow.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to grab before heading back up?
Any other general like raw materials I might need, like powdered metals left over from the smith if they have them, wires, any other like alchemical or like engineering supplies stuff I might use.
You find you fall kind of short of any special like alchemical items or anything like that, but metals, scrap metals, wires, stuff like that, general store, easy enough. So you let me know about how much you're spending on that sort of stuff, and it'll be fine.
I'm gonna go ahead and clear out 100 gold worth of materials.
Okay, you clear out the store then. You
God
buy
damn.
you buy literally everything that they have.
All right.
Do they have any place? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I would just, as we're pondering heading back to the ship, be like,
Hey Artyom, don't forget you needed some stuff for leather working, right?
Yeah, I was just about to I just remembered that, so I'm going to look for it. Yeah, that's what I was going to try to say.
Okay.
I was like, they got any leather here? You get some of that.
Yeah, they have leather already made at the general store, ready to go. Are you looking for tanning stuff as well?
I mean, if they have it for a reasonable price.
Well, it's not here. But you can talk to a tannery in town. It'll be at a somewhat inflated price because it is their own stuff and they're not really a store, but they'll sell it to you. It's not like overly inflated. We'll say if you wanted to spend on all the chemicals and stuff that you would need to do so, you can spend, 5 gold.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I would do that. And then how much leather do they have?
How he just cleared out 100 gold's worth. They have about for 50 gold you could clear them out and it'll be about a gold a pound. Or a gold,
okay,
not a pound. That's a weird way to do it. I'll say a gold for 2 square feet. How about that?
So 55 gold total for the chemicals for tanning myself and what leathers they have on hand?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I will also use my own gold and subtract 55 from that.
Okay.
All right. I am done.
All right, me too. I got pretty much everything I need that I think I'm going to be able to get here.
All right. Well, I will meet you back on the ship. I'm going to take a little bit of a detour.
Oh, okay. Well, see you there.
All right. You have a good one.
I'll
Okay.
cast invisibility on myself and fly up to the ship.
Okay. For Milo to do that on his own, the ship would have to stop. I assume, Crowley, you're above the cloud line now and just levitating.
Yep, just chilling.
Okay. Artyom could catch up in his forms. Milo would not be able to catch up to the ship with his fly speed, unfortunately. But holding completely still, Milo, you eventually make it up there. Artyom, what would you like to do?
I would like to fill my big old Quetzal gullet with fresh soil.
Gross. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really fucking gross. And I'm probably going to try to make 2 or 3 trips throughout the night till around midnight or so. And I'm just going to dump them on the prow of the ship.
Okay.
Ship just goes.
I looked up the weight capacity for an airship. It's about 60,000 pounds. We're good.
This one is 400. You start to fall.
Oh, shit. Toss Lydia overboard. We need to make more.
Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding.
Okay. Yeah, if that's what you're gonna do for the rest of the night, you're covering the entire front of the ship.
I would probably try to. Didn't you say on that raised area on front that the banisters were solid?
Yeah.
Right. I was going to try and kind of pack it around in there a little bit, sort of sloping off. And then I was going to probably kind of sit there with the staff and over the course of quite a long time, start using druid craft with the seeds and start making a garden in the prow of the ship.
You turned our prow deck into a fucking planter box.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lots of flowers.
I
Hell
love
yeah.
it.
All right.
Oh my god.
I gotta get my
Describe
practice
the
in, man.
flowers
This
to-
plant stuff's new to me.
Artyom, the plant stuff is new to you, and because it is, you're using magic to assist you. I would like you to make me let's make it a survival check, and I'll give it to you at advantage.
All right. That is 26.
Okay. Learning some of it and coaxing these seeds along. You spend your better portion of the night or most all of the day and most of the night, probably close to midnight to 1 a.m. Working and getting this together. But eventually you have the beginnings of a solid garden.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Jones, I did lie to you. I'd like to do one last thing tonight.
Surely.
As we're kind of like wrapping up dinner, I would like to ask Lydia, Do you like bedtime stories?
I do love stories. Yes.
Would you like for me to tell you one tonight when you go to bed?
Sure.
Wonderful.
It is probably getting about that time.
Yes, it is.
She stands up, getting more acquainted with the ship itself. She sort of hesitates for a second. Can Haru sleep with me tonight?
Of course. Do you want me to walk you to wash up and tuck you in?
I think I have it. Thank you, though.
Independent.
She traces her hand along the table, counting a few steps over to her door, tracing the door and making her way into her room. Sort of feeling down by her ankles, waiting for Haru to pop up as well, does the same. And gets ready for bed. Before we do your bedtime story, I would like to open it up one last time for the crew to do anything they would like to do.
I'm going to go ahead and send that text to Lord Aelfred.
Okay.
I'm going to say, Lord Aelfred, I hope you're well. I know you owe me nothing, but I could use a favor. What do you know of Zoriat? Is that how you pronounce that?
Zoriat.
Okay, yeah. And so that will be
I have
my 25 words or less.
Okay. All right. And I'll get you a response in just a second. But I have something that I need clarified for me, RTM.
What's up?
Where is the confusion between Zoriat and Soriat coming from?
Just
okay.
him.
Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure. It's like, is there something I'm not getting here? But okay.
Yep.
Kaushik, actually, the
Yeah, he's on a different plane, so there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't make it to him.
Okay.
Ooh, shit.
We will say, actually, I'll let you roll it since this is your message. Get a percentile dice ready for me.
Okie dokie, I gotta do it online because I don't have one in person.
Okay. So roll 1d100 on D&D Beyond. And then, oh, excuse me, from 0 to 5%, the message does not send. Anything above that, it is successful. What'd you get?
Sorry, I had to find Skype. 61.
61. Okay. You sit there for a moment. Takes a while for a message to go across planes. So you sit there sending your message, waiting for a response. And you get one back. Ah, Zoriad. Yes. Hi, Kaushik, by the way. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well yourself. I'm not limited to 25 words, so I can tell you anything I want to and take up as much time as I want to. However, Zoriad, yes.
Wonderful.
Zoriad, yes, it's a creepy, crawly little place full of tentacles and terrible things. I would never go. Terrible vacationing spot, but I have heard of it. By the way, your horse is here and he's different. So whenever you do care to pick him up, he is talking my ear off.
He's what?
That's where the message ends.
I thought it was a skeleton horse, not a talking horse.
Talking skeleton horse.
I'm going to send another message to him.
Okay.
I'm going to completely ignore the horse part for now because that is not the important part to me.
Okay.
I'm just going to say there's a rift between my realm and Zoriat, an impending disaster for obvious reasons. We may not have the resources to handle it ourselves. That's the message for him.
Okay. Roll me another D100.
Oh, yes, I forgot. My apologies.
Let's go. D100.
Same thing. 0 to 100 or 0 to 100. 0 to 5 fails. 5 to 100 succeeds.
48.
Okay.
Nice.
Sending this message. Well, that does sound like quite a trouble. You should probably fix that. I wouldn't want that falling into my front door either. Yeah. I would plug it if you can. That sounds like a pickle to be in. I'm glad it's not here.
This man is not dense. I
He's
know
not.
he's doing this shit on fucking purpose.
He is.
I'm going to send him my final message of the night.
Okay.
And that message is going to say, therein lies the problem. We can't do it on our own. Can you help us at all? Send.
Okay.
I
Ain't gonna hit
texted that
enter.
all out and I hit my send button.
Roll your D100.
I keep forgetting I gotta do that, sorry.
I'm just imagining Kaushik angrily getting more irritated.
The thing is, it's worse. It's worse because she doesn't have the buttons to press down on.
Yes.
She's just mentally going.
84 this time. It switched
84.
around from 48 to 84.
Fucking incredible.
All right. Remind me of your message again. Therein lies the
Uh,
problem.
Yeah, I didn't write this one down, so I gotta
That's fine.
try to remember it. Therein lies the problem. We cannot fix it on our own. Can you help us in any way? Something along those lines.
A moment passes. You see the little gray bubble pop up with the little 3 dots.
God damn it.
It stops for a second. Restarts.
This man's about to leave me on red, isn't he?
Kaushik, well, I do appreciate your service. But that realm is not my responsibility. I could give you your horse back fairly soon, but that does sound like quite the pickle. Anyways, I have many. Put that down. Get it out of your mouth. I know you're already dead, but it. Anyways, good luck. Click.
What a fucking dick. I hate that guy.
That's my last message I could send him, so I'll get him in the morning, no worries.
Okay, very well.
Bam is
Just to recharge your phone.
Oh man.
Much like
horse-
Lord Aelfred, my phone has died, so.
You heard him. That horse is the key to saving the entire plane.
Yeah,
We've cracked the code.
Move over, Artyom. You're not going to be the only person with a talking companion.
Jonesy, my only actions for the rest of the night would be getting back, and I'm going to start working some long hours to try and expedite this project as much as possible. Would I be able to go ahead and use that 19 portent for like a crafting check to be pushing the limits of what I can do?
Well, you would need to roll, and yes, you can use your 19 portent to assist you to do so. But in order to, Malgrim fell off the ship. RTM, make a dexterity saving throw.
Five.
Malgrim falls right by you. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Whoopsie.
I would say you could use it, but in order to speed up the process and sort of cut time, you would need to take points of exhaustion to do so. It's not necessarily the check.
Okay. Well, both, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I might as well use it because
Right.
I don't get to keep it. So
Yeah.
That would make the associated skill check at 25, 19 plus 6, and then to work through a large portion of the night, I'll go ahead and take that point of exhaustion.
Okay. You work, and then you slowly start to see sort of down the stairs, the light starting to fill in, and Crowley waking up, getting ready to take off again for the next morning, working throughout the night.
I'll try and catch like 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
Fair enough. So we rewind time and have Gandalin sort of walking in with Lydia and Haru to tell a bedtime story. Go ahead, Gandalin.
Yeah, I just let her get herself all settled. I just perch myself, kind of sat on the table, I believe, that are all in there. Just kind of wait until she's settled. And are you familiar with the tale of the Prince and the Three Witches?
No.
No. Okay, I know it was always one of my favorites. My mother told it to me all the time, a long time ago. Now, a long, long time ago, in a beautiful kingdom, with sweeping green hills, luscious fields, and beautiful countryside, inside a large, large castle with beautiful towers, glass panes of all colors, there was a prince. And it was said that he was to be married off to become a king and a queen, his bride. The three potential brides that he was presented were all witches. The first was beautiful, charming, and witty. She was also devious, cunning. She would say what she had to get what she wanted, and did not matter whether she followed through or who might be harmed in the process. The second, strong. She could fight any man in the kingdom and come out on top. However, she was brutal. She would break people who displeased her and did not care. Very impersonal for her. The third was what you might refer to as a seer. She could see into the future. However, she did not use it to help the people or anyone who came to her for help. She would use it to get what she wanted. She would wait, plot, and plan around her sight. That is how she lived her life. The prince, having met all of them, of course they did their best to charm him, but in the end he said no to all three. So, the prince, having said no to all three, decided to choose love. And he stormed out of the castle as his parents were vastly displeased and tried their best to force him to choose one, as they needed the abilities of one of the three, whichever he may pick, to keep the fortuitousness of the kingdom. The witches, as he fled, cast a curse on him in their frightful anger that he would never find happiness, and if he did, that it would end in blood. The prince wandered for weeks or even months, traveling the countryside, trying to avoid his parents' wrath as well as that of the witches. Eventually came across a common girl living out on a farm and just on the border of his country. He came on and worked as a farmhand for quite a long time, and over that time they fell in love. Eventually, knowing that his past would catch up to him, he asked her to run away with him. He would find a new nation, a new place, where they wouldn't have to worry about his parents or the witches or any curses. And she agreed. They loved each other deeply. So they fled and went far, and they found a nice isolated wood. And they worked together and built a small home and a small farm, and well, it would appear that the rest is history. And the curses couldn't quite find a foothold. They lived happily ever after, to the end of their days. After that, just wait for a second. Good night, Lydia. Sleep well. Kind of having pulled out like his parents' rings, kind of in the middle, just kind of holding them before tucking them back in his shirt and quietly closing the door and making his way on out.
As you're telling your story, your eyes are closed about halfway through. And as you thinking her sleep, get up and start to leave. She says, "Thank you, Gandolin. You head out."
My pleasure. Sleep well.
And as the night fades and everyone gets a little bit better rest from the night before, Lydia going to bed with Haru nestled at her side, slowly purring, that is where we will pan out away onto the airship, sort of hovering above the clouds, moving further and further out, sort of slow night gem in the sky. And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Yeah.
Woo!
Thank you,
I'll have
everyone.
my holsters, damn it. Sorry.
Well, I am sure we will get to them.
One day.
That was excellent. Thank you for that. And thank you to all of you guys and everyone watching. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you to the sub we got earlier in chat. Thank you, everyone. We really, really appreciate it. All the support means a whole lot. It goes right back into the stream. So thank you again. We will be live on Monday with our Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign, DM'd by our Gandolin right over here. And then on Wednesdays, we do Tavern Talks, where we just talk about various and sundry D&D things. And then on Saturdays, we do this, our Eberron campaign. So drop a follow if you haven't yet. Thank you again for sticking around, and we'll catch you next time. Much love, guys. Bye.
Stick around for the raid.
Take it easy.
Oh
yeah, we
No,
got raid.
God
wait,
damn it.
wait, everybody.
Raid. Oh,
Wait,
we're raiding people.
pause, hold, stop. We gotta raid
Every
someone.
time.
We gotta raid somebody.
Every time.
Every time. You'll have to remind me. All right.
That's what I
What
was
are we
doing.
sitting at? I see 11 people. I want to see 11 people rating. Let's see. We're probably going to be rating TPK roleplay if my memory serves me right, but we will see. Actually,
Let's get them.
let's raid the People's Ascension who does some D&D stuff. So we're gonna start our raid there, and I will put
Oh God, I'm dying.
there we go. I'm gonna put a
Hell
link
yeah.
in chat. Guys, get ready to click on this and go and give these guys a follow. Show some love.